I do.
I don't know, the suffering, right, all of that.
Right, and that's what I talk about.
So,
Hey, sister, welcome to live. But that's what I talk about. At the farmer's market, right? I talk to many females, girls, women, single mothers, right? Co-parenting, divorces and bullshit. Hermana, what's up? Jump on if you like to. And I don't know them from Adam. They came there to buy
and
produce.
besides that,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
besides that, you do know that when I am saying parenting,
Uh-huh.
I am talking about, you know, being responsible for someone who, you know, you're going to actually care for.
Right.
For
Quote
quite a
unquote.
while.
18 years.
If
Or
not
rather,
for the
all
rest
your
of
life.
their life.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't fucking matter
Mm-hmm.
if it's your biological whatever. Or
Right.
I don't
A kid's a
care.
kid. Right.
And especially when it comes to children, you
Mhm.
know, if you, I would not be able to make the difference between my biological child and, you know, an adopted child or someone
Stepkid,
else's
etc.
child,
Right,
who,
stepkid.
you know, I am responsible for.
Right.
That would be like the most stupid and arrogant way of looking at life. It's absolutely, what the fuck does it matter that, oh, it's my DNA there? Okay,
Well, that's
so
the pride and
what?
ego. Right, that's the pride and ego part. If you can't control it, you will use pride and ego. Well, that ain't my kid. Why do you have so many step-parents? You know, and then you try to give your input.
Well, if that kid doesn't have anyone to care for him,
Mm-hmm.
how the fuck you're not going to care for him? How? What? I mean, at least try to help him. Maybe I don't know
Right.
if
That's
you're
the
not
intent.
able to be a parent.
That's the intent.
If you're not able to be a parent, at least you'll try to help somehow. But if you're able
Mm-hmm.
to help him,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to do that for fuck's sake.
That's
You
the
cannot be
intent.
such a goddamn fucking psychopath.
Everybody has that in us. We can all be psychopaths, sociopaths. It's all about triggers. Bother,
Oh, come
anger,
on.
hatred. Everybody.
I can think of myself in so many ways
Mhm.
as a psychopath, and yet when it comes to children, you know, it's horrible.
Right.
I
For the little
wouldn't-
kids. Right.
I am so afraid, and yet if I cannot find any solution
Mm-hmm.
for you know, finding care,
Mm-hmm.
a good efficient care for a child, well then I would have to take care of him
That's the intent.
in some way or another. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Some parents can't handle it and they get up and leave.
Just to leave him to social authorities. and
Hey,
shit, because
some
I
people
know
give up
how
on life, and
crappy-
yes, there's a lot of deadbeat dads and mothers because they can't handle it. They want to bang like bunnies, and the kids here, remember this. A lot of people think that maybe we have a kid, their relationship will be better. It'll fix the marriage. It's a fucking concept. It does not do that. The beginning. It's a good feeling, but remember this: the more kids you have, because I have 8 kids, the more stress it adds to the situation. If you two are not getting along, it's not gonna work out. You can try to, but do traditional ways. Stay for the religion, culture, because the kids, because my parents, grandparents did it. I tried that. Guess what? It fucking failed every which way because I was in my own misery. So that's why I preach about co-parenting, right? And that's why I preach about if you don't have kids, you're fucking blessed. Respectfully wise, take time, have a support team, talk to parents out there that are going through, especially co-parents.
Man. Can you please tell me how much success have you had?
Mm-hmm.
You know, in teaching, I don't know, preaching or whatever you want
Yeah.
to call this, what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
co-parenting. Now, you know, this is kind of new, even for me, is kind of new.
Well, because in your country,
I
you
don't know
traditional
for
ways.
Americans, how many people actually
They
ever
try.
thought about this
They
sort of
try.
shit?
No, co-parenting in America, that's just pretty much normal. But for the most part, the woman runs the show because she's more empathetic. Us men are narcissistic. Communication, no comprehension, pride and ego. I don't want another man around my kids. I was like that in the beginning because your family fell apart. Now the intent is another man potentially will be around your kids. The intent is that your partner, my baby moms, the mother of our boys, dates a good individual. That's the intent. If they don't, remember, when you date a person, you date the kids also. It's not just, if I date female kids, I date her the kids and go deeper. I dated her baby father, so what do? I investigate. I don't just be, oh, guess what? I like her. The kids are cool, and that's it. No, fuck that. I go deep. You and your baby father, are you doing co-parenting? What is he involved in the kid's life and your life? If she tells me respectfully, no, we had TOC, etc., sex and intercourse, and he's not ever been there. My kid's 10 years old. Oh, respectfully, in my head, a positive. I don't got to deal with them at all. There should be no problems. So I just deal with her and the kids, and that's it, right? So let's say he is involved.
Hey, brother, let me tell you something. How are you, brother? Good morning.
Hey, what's up, Sapik? How you doing? How's it going, brother?
Thank you. Thank you, brother. You are talking too much. Don't you never ever tired? You are...
He does tarot card readings. He'll come back on. He does that quite a bit.
Who knows? Maybe he actually found out that you do talk fast, and
Oh, I'm trying to learn how to speak slower, so bear with me. But anyways, that's what individual, right? We're co-parenting. That's what I preach about.
Trouble understanding you.
Right.
I have to admit that I am still trying my best, but
right, it's language barrier. Jack,
really
your English is
able
really
to
slow.
understand the goddamn thing.
Right, but Jack, remember, your English is really slow. I don't speak really slow. So with that said, once again, if you're having trouble with me, I'm not Latino, I'm Hispanic. Imagine talking to Latinos, Puerto Ricans, Cuban Dominicans. You would struggle so bad, they think they're speaking Japanese to you. Respectfully when I say that. Because that's why it's called language barrier. If I spoke like a regular Hispanic Mexican, I would speak normal English, slow Spanish. I would, but I don't speak like that. And I said respectfully wise. That's what I'm saying. You struggle with me? Please go to the East Coast of the United States. Latinos, they sound like way worse than I do. Way worse than I do. Respectfully, I say that. But I comprehend it because I've been around them so much majority of my life wise. So as I'm saying, as far as the co-parenting part, that's why I talk, at the markets, this is why you should talk to my husband, talk to my baby father. I tell him stop by whenever you want to stop by. I'll talk to him. But the intent is to do co-parenting because a lot of people do because stay there because religion and culture. Do it for the kids. But if the kids see the parents are beefing, bumping heads, shit's flying, do you believe that's a healthy fucking relationship, healthy environment for the kids? And you do it for religion, culture. My parents did it. I tell people respectfully, look at your parents, look at your cousins, aunties, and grandparents, if they're still alive. And tell me they love themselves authentically wise on both sides. A lot of them are fucking miserable. They accepted each other. But they want the man-made title, I stay with your father, grandfather for 50 years, 60 years. Whoop they fucking do, miserable as fuck. Miserable as fuck. You did, yes you did. I give you your props.
That is not very useful for any kind of child. I
right.
don't exactly see how it would be
so that's why you do co-parenting.
productive.
Correct. That's why it's called co-parenting. Do not do infidelity because that destroys people.
Yeah, but the thing is that, co-parenting, this is not, I don't remember this to be some kind of an official, bureaucratic,
it's America.
Official thing.
It's America. And Mexico, right? I've never been to Mexico. So Mexico's like your country, tradition. Third world countries, for the most part, traditional ways. Through thick and thin. The father can cheat 1,000 fucking times. The wife will stay there because what? Because religion, because of culture. Her mother did it, auntie did it. Generational cycles of bullshit. And she's miserable as fuck. And everyone, even the fucking priest, knows the father is a manhole. Fucking garbage. And no one really says shit. Yeah, miserable shit. That's why I'm not in the Spanish culture. Spanish queens. If you're doing that, look at your mother. Look at your auntie. Look at your grandmother. If your great-grandmother's alive, look at them. They're still together, miserable as fuck. Do you want to live like that? You want to do 20 years miserable as fuck? 40 years miserable, 60 fucking years miserable as fuck for the kids, for religion, culture, because they did it. They make fun of me. I tell them, hey, I go home, no toxicity. You guys together, like for example, my cousins, right, and family and friends that are like my age or younger than I, and they'd be like, oh, you're still talking about your ex. I go, am I talking about my ex? I'm telling a story. You guys are still together 3 years after my breakup. On May 3rd, 2020, I died. And I know when I go home, face to face, I tell him when I see my Walmart in the streets. I go home, no toxicity. You two, I say it loud so everyone can hear this conversation. He still fucking cheats on you. and you stay like a dumb like your mother auntie did it, and you both go to church on fucking Sunday, you love God. Make that shit make sense. And you're about to go, I just triggered the conversation, you're gonna lay in the same fucking bed on the cell phone and not talk to each other. And he's about to fuck your sister, cousin, and your best friend. And everybody fucking knows that. And you want to give me shit. I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. You two are saying miserable as fuck. And you know, look at your parents. That's gonna be you guys. I pray for you and that's it. Your kids will be so traumatized. Don't be surprised when they fucking get up and leave. Or they live what you live in. So that's it. I said, hey, I'm good, I'm blessed. I don't ever deal with toxicity in my life. I won't ever have a female on my side that's broken, codependent at all. Friends and associates, yes. Not as a partner. I can't face change, save her. No, nobody in the universe. That's why I preach about co-parenting.
Does co-parenting involve? I'm really trying to wrap my head because
go for it.
This because you know it's very weird
it
to
is.
me that I never heard. I mean, you know, I listened to quite a lot of Americans, you know, talking about their culture, their country, their
I'm my own culture.
Fuck. And,
I don't care about that.
Pretty smart people, right? So of course, a lot of the knowledge I have actually comes from Americans or Canadians and stuff like that. So I'm not that much as a stranger. The thing is that I never actually. I know the concept.
The concept, right?
I kind of know.
Right.
The concept in itself. No, but listen. When I say concept,
go for it.
I'm not talking about something established yet, well established. It's an idea.
It's an idea,
you know,
yes.
Like
it's an idea, correct. Very well said. The intent.
But seeing it as, you know, officially applied, you know, like it's already somehow written, like how you do, like there are some freaking rules that you have to do. Is there an algorithm to it or whatever?
You got to talk to your partner. That's how you started.
I did not hear.
Right. You got to talk to your ex.
That's what I never heard.
Right. Well, they don't talk about it. First and foremost, you talk to your partner. And my situation.
That's fucking embarrassing. Why wouldn't people talk about it? Why?
Because for the most part,
so
co-parenting does not work. For the most part, it does not work. The reason being, because us men, aka boys, are fucking narcissistic. So we do communication, no comprehension. Our fucking pride and ego feel proud. We cannot put that shit aside. We cannot fucking wrap around the situation that another man.
Okay, can you please explain the basics? No, I want to because I want to understand the causality here. So please again, but please
slower. Okay.
And very well enunciated.
I'll try to slow down dramatically.
The fundamentals, the axioms of
co-parenting. Okay.
What are the most basic things
basics?
about it?
The first thing, basics, the first thing,
and enunciate.
Right, the first thing, first and foremost, as an individual, you have to work on yourself first and foremost.
Slow and enunciate.
I would try to speak slow as a turtle. First, you got to do what? Work on yourself as an individual. Forgive, communication. On yourself. Because we can't. On yourself.
So you see how much of a difference from self. You said self. I understood soul.
Yourself.
Okay?
Yourself. I'll try to speak slow. So with that said, yourself as an individual. I hear you perfect. Oh no, hermana, it's because remember it's language barrier. Respectfully, you know, he's from Romania. Their English is a lot slower. Like, I don't speak that. If I spoke like a regular Mexican, Chicano, Mexican American, I used to speak slow. I used to, but this is back in 2000. I haven't spoke that slow since a minute, right? So with that said, that's why I'm trying to respect when I say this. When I speak slow in my head, I feel like I'm speaking so slow to you guys that I sound like a retard. Like I'm making fun of you. Like I'm taunting you. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? You know, I'm not trying to say it like that, but that's what I feel like in my head when I'm speaking that slow, right? So I'm trying to learn how to slow, right? So with that said, like I said, first and foremost, you could, Jack. You could, Jack.
You know that I also speak slow in my own language, and some people actually feel like I am fucking with them, even though I'm actually trying to time
Right.
to process the information.
Right. Yo, that situation I comprehend because I worked in Alaska with a bunch of like Europeans on there. So trust me, when they speak their tongue to each other, I go, what are you guys beefing about? Because I'm telling him that he's speaking so slow that I think he's making fun of me, like I'm stupid, like. And he's like, I'm trying to explain to him, I'm not. This is the way you speak, like you said. I'm just making sure you gather the information and stuff. I'll be laughing. Everybody has their way of speaking, right? But anyways, back to the subject. So with that said, first and foremost, as an individual, you got to work on yourself, which is very hard. Because you remember this, your family, like me, my family is falling apart again. It's ending again. My second family, again. But now I'm like, well, why did it fail? So I have to work on myself because the intent is not to have a grudge, right? Especially when infidelity happens. That fucks you up every which way. Because the intent is like, okay, it happened. It's been written. Why dwell on it? But it's easier said than done because it's happened, right? So with that said, let that be, whatever. Now when you start working on yourself, because the first beginning of the healing journey is all about your ex. Like me. You get the breakup, how you doing? All about my ex, word for fucking word, right? So when you do more of the awakening journey, less about your ex, more about yourself. Now you're progressing. Potentially, now you can try to do co-parenting because there's not much of a grudge. So now you two talk about it. Hey, like, how are we going to do this? Do you want to do it legally? Do a parenting plan? Or, get courts involved? Or do you want to, do this between us and that's it? Like, okay, let's say, her and I did it. Let's do it between us. Initially, there was a grudge.
So is there a legal side?
Yes, it's called a parenting plan.
Anything and co-parenting.
It's called parenting plan. If you do a parenting plan, you both agree on it, wise, or you go to the courts. Either the intent is you both do it without it. But if it gets to a point where it's too toxic, then yes, you have supervised visitations. It's a fucking mess, man. But once again, it takes two. For the most part, us men are narcissistic. We're the one that caused the issue. Yes, you do have narcissistic women. I comprehend that. But all in all, right? So with that said, my situation initially, it was like it was a grudge because I was ready to go through the breakup, the healing journey. So when I did the awakening journey, now I'm more lenient, cool, I told her, as long as the guy is good, that's what I care about. I told her, I don't want him to be a little gang with mafioso, running the streets being wild. Like, no, he's nothing like that. He's a good guy. Are you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, you chill. Okay, because that's the situation because that's where you got to work as far as, remember, your exes, you're not together, but you want a good person around your kid, right? And vice versa. Whomever I date, she has the right to meet the person wise, right? And make sure the same situation. That the potential by my side is going to do what? Co-parenting. That's why co-parenting on all parts.
Dealing about. I'm trying to generalize.
Go for it.
So when you have more parents.
Step parents, yes.
Them, right?
Step parents, yeah.
They all have something to say about how the child should be educated.
All four sides.
They don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
They don't agree, a lot of them, and that leads to conflict.
Potentially, yes. But that's why you talk about it on a cultural type of note, supposedly. But that's why, once again, it's... Go ahead.
This is how I'm trying to imagine bureaucracy here. How the fuck would that even work? I mean, these people can barely do bureaucracy when it comes to just two people.
Right. Very well said.
And they
right.
can barely do that.
Correct. Very well said. It's easier said than done. But remember, it starts with both the parents. It starts with welcome to life. It starts with both the parents first and foremost, right? And then from there, why it's the step parents. Is for example, my ex, her hubby, for example, this weekend. Right now, I would not be here live. I would have been in Tri-Cities with the boys, but she called me. We talked yesterday, right? She said, hey, by the way, I forgot to tell you, right, that tomorrow is my hubby's birthday, so I'm taking the boys and we're doing things with him. Okay, cool. I did not get my feelings. I did not get triggered. I adapt to my situation. I get it. It's no problem, right? So that's why I'm only live tonight, as far as, because typically Saturday nights, I'm with the boys, right? So that's why I did co-parenting. The main reason on my side is the easiest because I fell back, worked on myself, and I did communication, right? I forgave her. It's called communication. You can't forget it. It's been written.
When the fuck are people going to actually, if they really want to make laws about this sort of shit,
Mm-hmm.
when are they going to introduce, psychological testing and all of that?
But what's
shit,
that gonna do?
I mean, when the fuck are
What's
they
that gonna
going to
do?
say, are these people actually able to do that? I know they are trying to do some sort of shit like that,
Right.
but
what?
somehow doesn't work very well.
But hermano, do you know psychologists and psychiatrists can't fix or save you? You can study all this man-made bullshit, the fucking brain, that DSM-5 book, that Bible,
They
man-made.
don't know.
They
don't
can't.
have answers. I know.
But they
that.
can't. They won't ever have answers.
know
They
that,
won't ever
but-
have answers.
The thing is that these things, why don't they? Okay, so as
Go
a
for it.
scientist, if you're trying to discover something, you're trying to test some hypothesis or
Right.
whatever. Well, you would try to monitor the situation to see. Okay, let's see what.
Yeah,
the fuck
you're
happens.
studying. You're studying. That's what you're doing. You're studying two people, right? And remember this. I can't face nor save you. You can't face nor save me. You can study me all the fuck you want. All you want. You can do your hypothesis, your assumptions. You know what? You're a little angry. I'm going to give you these pills. Numb me the fuck up. Sure. But that pill can't face nor save me. That is my trauma, my journey, my mansion. Nobody, zero, can face save nobody. We can assume like me. These conversations and see out the farmer's market with therapists, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists. How do I trigger them when I tell them that man-made Bible ain't shit? The scientists that study this fucking brain is pointless because you can't fit or save me and vice versa. Yes, you can numb me the fuck up. Big pharma, but that won't ever fix and save nobody. Simple as that.
There has to be a goddamn fucking solution to this because
The solution is you, Jack. The solution is you. Simple as that. It's the person in the mirror. Simple as that. And they don't like hearing the answer. What? You. It's not your kids.
To have the person in the mirror,
Yeah.
first of all, I don't know, you're still blabbing about that person in
Yes,
the mirror.
'cause
You
I figured
still
it
don't
out.
want to take into account a lot of things.
Yo, go for it.
The person in the mirror,
Mhm.
for you to do that,
Right?
you need a lot of help.
A support
You
team.
need the
10
the
people.
necessary conditions
Right?
for you to be able to be introspective.
Correct.
And besides the person in the mirror, there is also the environment.
Right.
There's also
Environment
other
scenario.
people
Right.
and
No.
so on. So there is not just the person in the mirror.
Right. It's your
Yes,
person in the mirror.
that is necessary.
Environment.
And please
Scenario. Mm-hmm.
try to understand introspection. That is not a new concept. This
Right.
is not something new. People,
Correct. I know.
they mostly learn about it.
Right.
They learn the theory behind it.
Right.
Some of them at least.
Right.
But most of them, they don't apply a goddamn fucking shit about it.
Correct. They'll help others, but they don't
They
help
don't
themselves.
even try it.
Correct. And that's what I'm saying. It starts with you as an individual. It sounds crazy when I say that, right? Like I'm blessed. As an individual, when I go sleep at night for the last 3 years of my life, no more insomnia. I don't stare at the fucking ceiling all fucking night.
You didn't start as an individual. You started
Mm-hmm.
as being as someone taking care of you.
Right.
Someone
Caregivers.
At least the first things
Right.
that you experience in your life, the first
Caregivers.
things that you experience is altruism,
Mm-hmm.
which is something that is almost, like fucking alien to us,
Right.
which is amazing. This is something alien, and yet we are actually, these are the first experiences of our lives.
Okay.
You
Good money.
get out of the goddamn fucking pussy, and the first thing is that some people are taking care of you without having any kind of expectations or whatever
Right.
the blah blah blah.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter.
You're a
People
kid.
take care of you,
Right.
and they don't ask anything in
Every month, how's it
return.
going? Well, for
Okay.
now. For now, yeah. Right. Caregivers. Your
Well,
parents.
for now, I don't know how that works. Because if it would be,
Mhm.
if this would not be a characteristic, a fundamental
Okay.
characteristic of ours,
Right.
we wouldn't survive we wouldn't have survived.
Right. That's
Also,
what.
I mean,
It's okay.
imagine
I didn't know.
imagine a mother,
Mhm.
borning a child,
Brilliant.
giving birth to a child,
Mhm.
and saying, you know what, you're such a pain in my fucking, fuck this. I'm going to
I'm
throw
out.
you away.
It happens all the time.
Now imagine if people would do that,
They do that.
would actually do that, we wouldn't have survived as
Some-
a species. Okay, so I'm sorry,
Mhm.
it doesn't work that.
Well, people do that all the
So
time,
yeah,
Jack.
the first thing.
Mhm.
So why I God damn it, I forgot what was the connection.
The caregivers,
Oh, right,
you start with your parents. You got your parents raise you, or whoever is your caregiver, right? But then we become kids, middle schools, high schools. You graduate. Now you're a young adult. When you're a young adult, now you become independent. You leave the nest, try to start on the matrix, and try to figure this shit out, right? Now you become yourself, and then from there, wise have a support team to go hold you and guide you. Because when you remember this, your caregivers teach you what they teach you: religion, culture, environment, whatever, right? Middle school, high school, we go to school, teach you whatever they want to teach you. When you become an adult, they say the analogy: your cup is full.
Well, the thing is that
Mm-hmm.
that's so easy to say.
Right?
And,
No, it's easier
easy
said than
to
done.
just ignore, because
Mm-hmm.
most people who go into this sort of propaganda institutions, because school and all of that crap
I don't
is
care for that.
mostly fucking propaganda.
No, it is.
institutions.
It's just a train to be a worker, and that's it. It's I don't. Me and like to my kids, middle school, high school, and college. Do I ever speak to you about it? I help you. I try to help you with your math. Math has changed, but I tell them when you graduate, you don't have to go to college, right? But when you graduate, you won't use none of that shit in life. None of that shit. I don't use none of that shit. I have a calculator. I do basic math for changing set-wise. I might take care of your safe child, and from there, that's
What
it.
the fuck do you have? Why do you even need to? You don't even need to say stuff like that.
Correct.
Because you see, the child or the student or
Mhm.
the adolescent or whatever
Right.
the fuck the age would be,
Right.
because the thing is that he will manifest
Mhm.
his understanding
Right. As you
upon
told her.
what he experienced,
Correct.
the school that he went through,
Right.
the teachers that he had to deal with, and all of that.
Right.
It will manifest.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the goddamn fucking angry or disappointed face.
Mm-hmm.
He might not say it in his own words or whatever. He might not say a goddamn thing.
Right.
He might pretend that he's not bothered.
Correct.
That is also a possibility.
Right. No, it's
That
multiple
doesn't
scenarios.
mean he wasn't bothered.
Right. That's
So
what's
you
called a
don't
massive
have
mouth.
to tell him, oh, this is not going to be useful or not.
I tell all my
You
kids
went
that.
through this shit already. If you learned about this shit,
Mhm.
who knows? Maybe it will be useful, maybe not.
If they
We don't know.
if
You
they go
don't
through
know.
it. Right. Right.
Because
Right.
nobody taught you, okay, what the fuck am I going to do after I learn all of this shit?
Correct.
What am I going to do?
Very well said.
Nobody. They're saying, oh, well, you can become an astronaut, you can become a physicist.
If that's what you
can
wanna
become
do.
Blah, blah, blah,
You can be whatever you want to be. If
Well,
that's what you want to do.
okay. So what does it mean to be, I don't know, a physicist or an astronaut or I don't know. What the fuck does that mean? That is like a whole goddamn new course, a new
Right.
freaking goddamn whole course of
You gotta learn that shit.
trying to make people understand what it actually means to be,
Right.
to have that kind of a job,
Right.
that kind of
And if you want it.
responsibility.
Right. And if you want it. But even if you choose, remember when we set
They are
goals.
trying to do that.
No, I know they are. But with that said, are you doing it for yourself? Or are you doing? A lot of us kids do what our parents. Our parents be a doctor. Fucking be a doctor. You have all this cultural bullshit. You're Asian, doctor, all that bullshit. But do you really want to be a doctor, or are you doing it because your parents want you to be a doctor? That's a question. I don't want to disappoint my parents. So I'm. You know how many people at the market that talk to?
Well, how the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck are you going to make? Now this man, if you actually solve,
Mm-hmm.
if you're able to solve this riddle, this is fucking remarkable.
Let's do this.
You should take a Nobel fucking prize. Okay?
That's Mama BS, but thank you.
How do you make a child? How can you make a child to be honest in your face, you as a parent or you as a teacher? How can you make him actually be honest with you when you ask stuff, all of this kind of shit? Oh, what do you want to do in life? Shit like that. How many of them are actually honest?
My kids, I have 8 kids, right? So I ask them, well, the little ones are little ones, but my daughters, they're just working. You know, 2 already graduated, they're working. They're not going to college, they might go to college. I go, well, I just tell them, all you got to do is maintain job, roof over your head, a car, and that's it. Even if you work at McDonald's, as long as you're happy, that's what matters. Fuck what anyone says. All your friends, family, well, I work at Microsoft. You know how many people have better jobs than you do and they're miserable as fuck. Toxic ass relationships. And they have a zillion fucking dollars. That don't fuck them. Don't worry about them. Worry about you. But if you want to care about what the people, be part of the crowd, and the pride and ego, then go do that. Go people please. And me, I'm your father. You don't have to listen to me, kid. Remember, when you're young, like I tell my daughters, my boys, when you get older, you're going to say what I said. And I told my father, my friends and I know better than my parents do. We all say the same fucking shit, the general cycle. So I tell my kids, all this schooling, if you're not going to go to certain professions in life, it's whatever to you. You will not use English and grammar and bullshit for the most part. You got this cell phone, has all the answers right here. Calculator, etc., so on and so on, right? So I just tell them, do what you want to do, and that's it. Whatever you love to do, and that's it. Who gives a fuck what anyone says? I tell them, look at me. Everyone gives me shit. And I tell them what's up, and they don't like that shit. They tell me I'm mean, etc. But yo, it's called I match energy. You play stupid, I play stupider. They're just fucking words. Why are you trying to offend me? I don't get offended by words, right? So with that said, my kids tell me, yeah, I want to be this. Like, you can be that, most definitely. But when you get older, you know, just be careful with yourself. Like, they want to do sports. I tell them, this body, this vessel is fucking weak. You can play baseball, soccer, and when you break a bone at your age, right now, you're a little Superman. When you get older, your body starts talking to you. This vessel ain't shit. But if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Yeah, but listen, you're already ramifying the problem. Do you understand how much work this implies? Do you understand?
It's not a lot of work.
I mean, it's, you know, explaining this, you know, approaching a child with this sort of ramifying and, you know, all sorts of explanations and all of that. Do you understand that takes like a long time, and not only that it takes a long time, it's also very prone to failure.
Right, because of school.
He might actually not understand the goddamn thing.
They don't.
You know,
I have 8 kids. Trust me, they don't. I tell my kids. They're
I'm
kids.
I don't know. It's
no, my kids. I talk to my kids. So, this is Japanese to them. I tell them, remember this. Right now, you go to my boys. They're young. 11, 9, 8, 6, about to be 4. The 4 is about to be, you know, we'll start preschool this year coming up. Anyways, I tell all of them, enjoy school. These little friends, you call them friends now, they're not going to be your friends when you're older. This school concept, it's basics. This one has all the answers to life. As long as you do a little customer service skills, you'll be okay. McDonald's said it wise. Everything changes when you grow up. I promise you that. And that's why I love analogies, right? So, like, I tell them, on your side, yeah, mom and dad over there, right? My side.
Children are good at, children are very good at making analogies.
Oh yeah, they're fucking beasts. Right. But
so it's not a problem. Actually, that is something that, you know, from some fucking screwed up reasons, you know, we start having problems with doing analogies, because we actually were quite used to using analogy in understanding all sorts of new things. Now, when you have so you have the child. Now, I don't know. This is another very, very weird question.
Go for it.
When would it be a good time for a child to actually learn and apply introspection. I say introspection, I would rather use that word because I know that for people who are listening,
Right.
it would be a little more easy. It would be easier and more helpful to them to search for new ideas. You know, you have Freud, you have other people who are talking, you know, in a more academic sense, more analytical and all of that, right? When you talk about a mirror,
Right.
that doesn't lead to necessarily to too much information.
Well,
It's
I
more
just
of
had
a poetic.
it's
more of a
poetic. It's
poetic
analogy.
term,
Yes.
you know?
Right. But I'm just trying to simplify life. I tell be a scientist, be a fucking psychiatrist, study this brain, the anatomy of the physical, everything. But with that said, all that studying you just did will not fix or save nobody in the universe at all. Spend all your life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. When you listen, you know, I know this might
Jaja, how you
not
doing, man?
work for you very well, but the thing
What's
is that
alive?
when you have at least
Mhm.
hello,
How you doing,
when
man?
you have at least, you know, the right terminology,
Uh-huh.
that helps you at least to get closer to to more information,
Right.
right? If
Right.
you're just using poetry,
Mhm.
that will lead you most likely to more poetry. So
If you
what
allow
are
it
you
to.
trying to actually learn? More poetry, or
Nah.
are you trying to actually understand what's happening?
Jack, remember this. Remember this. Computer talk, right? I am a computer technician. I am the doctor. You are a coder programmer. So
Yeah.
the way you think, you paint life like Picasso, very fucking colorful. I paint the picture black and white. Very simple. All the problems to life, the solution is the person in the mirror. It's not your kids can't fix or save you. Your partner can't fix. No drugs, alcohol, nothing in the fucking universe can't fix or save you at all. So you can do all the goals. I want to travel the universe. I want to go to Pluto. When you go to Pluto and you achieve it, will you be happy in life? Will your anxiety, depression go away? Will you stop bitching about your mental health? Will you stop being a crackhead, alcoholic tweaker when you go to the moon and you achieve it? I guarantee you 1,000 you won't. You'll be high for a second. I feel good. The high is over. Then what? It's over. You're still miserable. You're still with anxiety, depression. You still can't go to fucking sleep.
Well,
Why?
yeah, but introspection usually
Mhm.
is done when you're suffering.
Right.
Introspection
Why are you
usually
suffering?
is a defense mechanism in some ways. I mean, at least is anticipation of, right? Like I said, the
Mhm.
brain, the mind, is a mechanism
Correct.
of solving problems.
But can
Right.
it? But can it?
So introspection is just another strategy of the brain of solving fucking problems.
Right.
Okay?
Correct.
So if you're talking about happiness and you're saying
Yeah.
somehow that the brain is going to stop solving problems, well, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem to me that is possible.
Right on your side, because
And
once again,
every
you're a coder.
problem solving
Mhm.
implies some form of
So
suffering,
Jay.
some form of loss of energy or whatever you want, some kind of effort.
Right. But once again, respect Jack. You and I, the way we speak, the way we think, you think Picasso colorful because you're a coder programmer. That's why you go deep in it. I am a doctor of computers. I fix them. Hi, your computer is slow because you need more RAM, SSD, and that's it. That's it. I'm not going there.
Well, how so? Well, okay, fine. So you're making good, fine. So we're using this analogy.
Yes.
So if I'm the programmer who sees the colors and all of
Yeah,
that,
yeah. It's all Picasso. Yes.
how is it that I am the one who's trying to get more to what is the paint made of?
Right. You're gonna
And
dissect
how was
it.
it brushed? And
Right.
you're using fucking poetry.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
exactly
just
the
black and
opposite.
white. I'm just black and white. Remember this. That's why I love analogies. That's why anyone that speaks computer talk, for example, Seattle farmers market.
I'm sorry. How is black and white analogies is again the
in America, why
analogies lead to
right. Remember this. The way I speak, a lot of people like the way I speak. So tell me. So you're trying to tell me life, all it is, the answer is the person in the mirror. That's all it is. So just black and white. If you want to make it like Picasso, colorful as fuck, go read the DSM-5 book. Go get your therapist, counselors. But did you know none of them, absolutely fucking zero, can't fix or save? They give you ideas, concepts, yes. If you want to start dopamine, chromium, all these fucking big ass terms and do so, there's fucking 5 different narcissists. Everyone's got fucking BPD, empathy. That's why we all do reactive use. I got 8 kids. 2 of my boys, one of them pretty narcissistic wise. And if shit happens, I will not be surprised if you become narcissistic wise. And remember that I tell them, you can change your life whenever you want to. I will not be surprised. Guess what? Who's locked up? No fucking way. That little angel, and that's my kid. I don't gotta go to the doctor tell, hey, I think my kid has got BP. No, everyone got that shit in the universe. Why do you try to petty ass fucking words? They're just words. And I get it, words cut deeper than a knife, yes. But with that said, that's your work on yourself individual. That's why I say black and white. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. Simple as that. Nobody in the universe can finish save you. You can set all the goals, study, research whatever you want, but why can't you go to sleep at night? Why do you bitch about anxiety, depression? Why the fuck you a crack out a tweaker?
Listen, you can interpret that any way you want. Okay, fine. No one is going to save your blah blah blah.
Nobody can.
Listen. First of all, try to be aware that when you say sort of shit like that, again leads to black and white mentality.
Right, exactly. It's that
it's
easy.
Like
You're right.
Isolationist,
Yeah.
isolationist mentality.
Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer?
So it's divide and conquer. Okay. The thing is that, first of all, introspection. If you wanted to be honest, right? If you really wanted to work, well, first of all, you don't have to only acknowledge yourself.
Okay.
You have to acknowledge yourself in relationship to anything that ever happened in any environment that you were ever in.
Right.
And any environment
Since
that
day
you're
one.
still going to be in.
Correct. It's all about environment.
Introspection. So introspection in itself is actually a social, also a psychosocial analysis of yourself.
Right.
Even though you see you're analyzing yourself.
Right.
Even though while you're doing that, you're actually analyzing so much goddamn fucking shit that has almost nothing to do with you.
Correct.
In the sense that you're influencing
around you, your environment, social media. Like right. Man-made bullshit. Yeah, I comprehend that. Don't worry about man-made bullshit.
And yet you are analyzing all of these people's lives, all of their suffering and all of that, and how it affected you.
Right.
So therefore you learn about yourself.
Correct.
By also learning
about them.
About other people.
Right, and that's what do? We put ourselves in people's shoes. Now here's the kicker. Can you control your heart feelings, sympathy, empathy for people? Can you do that? A lot of people can't do that. They can try to, but they're taking my energy. Why do you allow them to take your energy wise? Why do you share tears with them? I do so many one-on-ones. They'll be crying on the phone, Zoom call, and I'm sitting there just observing them. Not sitting in a chair with them, because I control my heart, feelings, emotions. Same with them for people-wise. I comprehend where they're coming from. Either lived it, observed it. That's my tattoo. Your pain is my pain. I died like you died. A lot of us have very similar stories. Take away culture, all this man-made bullshit away. Talk about child traumas, being verbally, physically abused, toxic relationships. If you want to break out life became hard because relationships. Because that's when you got depression. That's when you got suicidal thoughts. You question your self-worth. Because someone says no to you, rejection in a relationship, you believe that she don't live.
Wait a minute.
Uh-huh.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Maybe I misunderstood.
Go for it.
I don't know.
Go for it.
Life became hard since relationships.
Relationships destroyed you, yes. You're not a 7-year-old thinking about depression, anxiety, question your self-worth because no one's rejected you in life for the most part. Your parents, let's say your parents aren't there.
Okay.
Go for it.
Whoa.
No, hey,
Okay,
let's do this.
So
Let's
you're
have fun.
saying that?
Huh?
Are you trying to tell me that relationships are something to be avoided?
You gotta be very cautious. It's worse than buying a fucking house. A house is a man-made thing. It can be replaced or you lose it, right? But it's whatever to you. Relationships destroy you. Why? Because when you have TLC, sex, intercourse.
Goddamn fucking house.
No, it's an analogy. It's an analogy. Remember this, man-made bullshit, it's a risk. Buying cars, buying houses, etc. right? But you're not fucking your house. You're not fucking your car. When you have relationships, sex, intercourse, exchange energy from a bond, soul tie, twin flames, trauma bonds, that's where it fucks you. That's when you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger. You have all these fucking triggers. And these middle school, high schoolers, like I tell my kids, if you can't teach me about love, trauma bonds, soul ties, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslight manipulation, why are you in relationships for? Did you know you're about to die in middle school, high school? Not physically. The intent, you don't offer your fucking don't, but there's a high potential you will do that because in your head, you're broken, codependent. I need this partner. One person out of the whole fucking universe, and you're dying and crying. One person. And I tell them, you're in middle school, high school. All you know is your small environment. Graduate, become a young adult, 18 plus, right? Simple, no college. Leave the household. Now you go into the matrix with us older adults. Did you know I can act nice, not be nice? Offer toxic love, lust, no fucking love. Anyone can gaslight, manipulate. Anybody.
Still going towards isolationism. I just explained to you how actually introspection, looking in the mirror, is fun. It needs that fundamental part where you understand your relationship with other things.
Right.
So therefore, is the opposite, is the exact opposite of isolationism. Okay?
Go for it.
Why is it that you're still going with this? Dude, if you take a child and you just
I'm not
leave
mad about it. I
it,
love this conversation.
you know, in the middle of a freaking jungle or something,
yeah,
it will most probably die.
But that's a kid. We're not talking about kids. We're talking about adults. Jack, when you go through a breakup, why do breakups fucking hurt? How about that? Can you answer me that? Why do breakups hurt? Why do we fucking think in our head?
Of course, I can fucking write a goddamn freaking book about this sort
Why?
of shit.
You need a book for a simple answer?
There's a lot to say about this thing.
Hermano, you need a book for a simple answer.
Yeah, Daddy.
The simple answer,
Yes.
Again, we are talking about psychological issues.
Right,
and you're
man-made
still
bullshit.
expecting simple answers.
It's a simple answer. Answer the question. You go through a breakup. Why do you think in your head you need this person? Why does it hurt that you're fucking crying? You're shedding tears.
I don't know, maybe, just maybe,
Go for it.
maybe the system is so goddamn fucked up that, you know, it's indoctrinating us
Right.
to be against each other,
Right.
to be individuals, as they say,
Quote unquote.
in such a matter that we start avoiding each other in such a way or trying to fuck each other as best as possible, right? So we start losing trust in each other. We start losing empathy and compassion and all of that, right?
Right.
Even though we needed so much, because that is kind of a proof of what I was saying, that we are social beings. We need other people.
You don't need, you
other
want.
people in our lives.
You don't need, you want. So with that said, once again, Jack, why do breakups destroy you? Why do they hurt? Why do you shed tears about one person?
I was just explaining you that.
That's part of it.
In the process.
Okay, keep going. I'll stay quiet. I want to hear the answer.
So, when you get used, so you're fucked up by the system that was created, I don't know how long ago, okay? Now, you get used to being an individualistic, right, jackass, almost narcissistic, arrogant, ignorant, and so on. And at the same time, you're suffering because most people, the rest of the people around you, also learned the same shit.
Right. Right.
So therefore, there is less and less interaction, less chances
Okay.
of people actually, forming some kind of a, good connection,
Okay.
long-lasting connection.
Okay.
Now, if there is lesser and lesser chance
Mm-hmm.
to make this sort of connections, well, of course, that becomes a luxury. That becomes something that when you find it,
Uh-huh.
you do everything you can to somehow keep it going, and you get paranoid and all of that.
Right.
All of the rest of the problem, the jealousy
Doesn't
stuff and all of that,
Yeah.
you become paranoid
Yeah.
because you're afraid to lose. Why are you afraid to lose? Because it's a luxury. Right now in this society, that's a luxury.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, so when you're going, so when you start losing,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you lose something,
So,
of course, you will feel
this.
exactly. It's like you lost something that you don't even know if you will ever have the chance to ever experience that, to ever have a chance to do something like that again.
okay.
That's how afraid and how paranoid you can be.
Right.
And it's all logically linked, because yes, you are afraid from the start, because statistically
Go for it.
speaking,
Go
there
for
are
it.
so very few chances to actually get there.
Okay.
Does that make any goddamn freaking sense to you?
Check out, Jack. I know where you're coming from. Remember this. So remember this. You and I speak differently, wise, right? So respectfully, wise, you're a coder, programmer. So when you say the coding, which I don't know how to do, but hi, my name is Rito. My birthday is this. It's a big fucking paragraph to say 4 or 5 words in coding, right? So that's what I'm saying. When you explain, which I comprehend where you're coming from, a lot of people might understand that, right? Because you speak coder talk. That's why you elaborate. You paint the picture of like Picasso, really colorful, right? So now I come in. This is the reason why breakups hurt. Because we're brainwashed to be broken and codependent. You're detoxed from codependency because I need them. You don't need nobody in the fucking universe. The only person you need, chase, compete, submit, and validate them is the person in the mirror. You want people if you want you.
I am still challenging.
I challenge it. I love it. I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody in the universe. I want people if they're matching energy. We talking and vibing. Jack, you're here, right? We're talking and vibing. We're matching energy wise. We have different ways to think it, but I haven't done against you, right? But let's say you're out here trolling, talking your bullshit, which trolls do. What do? They're trying to take my energy. I can handle them. So what do? A troll comes on my live, talk the bullshit. You're gangbang. You're stupid. You're racist. Whatever the racial slurs. What do? Use my narcissist traits, my pride and ego, and what do? I traumatize them. You're a troll. Let me teach you the 2 words. You are doing deflection and projection. You know what that is? Your personal fucking issues in life, so you don't want to talk about it. You wear the mask of smiles behind your fucking dying and crying. Now you project your bullshit to I. You chose the wrong person because I'm going to educate you. And I'm going to warn you. If you don't change your narcissist traits, which is definitely your fucking choice, then let me tell you your outcome. Everything you fucking touch, you would destroy. Babies to be, relations to be, parents, step-parents, whatever the fuck. You would burn all your fucking bridges, and you play a role of victim, tell a sob story, and I don't feel sorry for you at all. You are the fuck up of the universe. And there you go, and now I block him. So now in their head, their mansion, I at a door of pain, and I'm a fucking nobody on this platform. But I told them what's gonna happen to them. I traumatized them. So when they are cheating, having all these fucking kids everywhere, right? They'll think of me. That motherfucker, yeah, I'm in your fucking head. Why you do what I just said? Because we're all robotic. If you're narcissistic, you're robotic. If you're empathetic, you're robotic. We're all robotic.
Yeah, you do know, even this panel is actually showing the contradiction of isolationism, right?
Right.
You are trying to help while also trying to help yourself.
I'm not helping myself.
Collaborative.
I already healed myself. I'm not healing. I'm healed. Massive difference. Healed is scars. Healing is cuts and wounds. But my tattoo says 95% of the universe is broken, codependent, looking for love and happiness in people and man-made bullshit. All you are doing is buying band-aids to your cuts and wounds, aka healing. They're not healed.
Okay.
So,
Change that percentage. That percentage should be 100%.
Nah, it can't be that. It's highly
see,
impossible.
Like I said, this is actually a mechanical, pretty much easy to prove.
Right.
Okay, pretty easy to understand that you're made of matter.
Right, here we go with science.
You're made of reality.
Right.
Okay? You're not a fictional character
Correct.
in some book. Okay?
Well,
so if reality, everything works in that way, that means you also work in that way.
Right.
So.
Right.
Try to be careful with that.
Oh no, my job is to trigger.
100%.
I won't say 100% because I am 1% of the universe. I am not broken codependent. I don't need nobody in the fucking universe. I won't ever shed a tear.
You are a universe.
Right. Well, I'm a god.
Universe.
I'm a god. I know that, right? We're all gods and Lucifers.
There you go.
So yeah. So with that said, but guess what? I am a god. All the people that are broken codependent are demigods. Some are still blue pillars. This is Japanese for them. This is Japanese. They want everybody evolve in life. That's why I'm gonna get tattooed this forearm.
Oh god damn!
Hey,
it.
the
So
Matrix.
The quarrels of the gods,
The Matrix.
Like the Viking
Hey.
gods, like Loki and shit.
Yeah.
They were having quarrels and shit.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Zeus. This is what I say, Jack.
You're the god of
Yeah.
your own universe.
Right.
You're not the god of anything else.
Right. We're all.
Okay.
That's why I say we're all gods and goddesses, kings and queens, sleeping in our slumber, waiting to become woke. All we need is guidance and push. I am in guidance and push. If you believe in God, God is guidance and push. Anyone that's your fucking support team is guidance and push. But here's the kicker, boys and girls. It is your fucking healing, awakening, awaken, eventually woke journey. A lot of people are demis. Jordan Peterson, demi. I am woke. Neo. Hashtag woke. I don't need nobody in the fucking universe. I won't ever shed a tear for any female that leaves me. My kids don't want to talk to me. I don't shed a tear. Other parents would shed tears. They feel they failed the kids. Why would I? They become their own adults. I don't own my kids. Kids give us unconditional love for now. Everyone says all that bullshit. Yes, kids do give you unconditional love, but you forgot the last part. It is for now because your kid becomes a kid, a teenager, a young adult. Fuck you, mom and dad. I'm out. I'm out. And now what happens to the parents? They feel like they failed. No, everyone has their own fucking life. This body is a vessel. We are just borrowing it. That's what I say in my head.
Yeah, but that vessel, that body,
is weak as fuck.
Wherever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's weak.
Listen, no. Don't get me wrong. Listen, if it decides to change codependencies,
Right.
that's something else.
Right.
The children might say, okay, fuck you, I'm done with you people.
Right.
Okay, you helped me
Yeah,
enough,
you held my
fucked me
hand.
enough. Okay.
Correct.
That doesn't mean that they're going to be somehow miraculously on their own.
No,
they're
initially
going
no, they'll come back.
Depend on other people.
Right.
They're still going to
For
be
now.
codependent in
For now.
some ways.
For now.
What now?
For now.
Tell me a single example
Go for it.
of a human being ever in existence that was not codependent.
Yo, you're speaking to one right now. I don't need my kids. They're here right now. If they get up and leave, I don't go chasing them. I won't shed a tear. Respectfully, anyone that has kids, they'll go chase them.
They are not codependent.
Right now they are.
So they are not codependent to you. That is not proof.
They're living in my
They
household.
are not codependent.
They're living in my household. What's that called? Codependency. For now. Why do you think when you become a young adult and you leave the fucking nest, you become homesick?
Can you please give me an example, a real, actual example?
I just told you. My kids live here.
Give me.
Right? So they're codependent of I. So when they leave the household, when they're ready to, right? They'll get homesick. They might try to.
You're still not giving me.
That's then what is it called?
Let me ask again. I don't think you got the question.
Go for it.
Again,
Ask the question.
Someone who is not codependent.
I just told you, you're talking to one.
Is there anyone that you know?
Myself.
If you have proof that
Myself.
there was anyone.
Myself. I don't need my kids.
Really?
I don't need you. I don't need nobody. I go home to myself. My daughters are here, 2 of them, right? Do we talk? We talk. We don't. We don't.
Have you ever proven that?
I don't have to be on live.
Have you ever proven that?
How do you want me to prove it?
Have you ever?
Hmm?
You don't need to be alive. That might actually
be alive
the only
is
argument that you
this
got.
vessel you're borrowing it. Remember this, hey, Jack. Let's make it so for the whole universe. This vessel is fucking weak. Anyone that gets triggered the way you speak can walk up, put one in my head. This body, the vessel dies. My head, spiritual, emotion, mentally, I'm a beast, I'm a god, immortal. I won't ever fucking die. Zeus, the god, ain't got shit on I. You know why? Because Zeus, the god, has what? He felt to fucking, he cannot control his lust and greed. That's why he made demigods everywhere. My greed and power, I control it to the fullest. My lust, I control it. I can go body hopping whenever I want to.
Can you survive?
Mm-hmm.
Can you survive without air?
What's the air got to do with the body was? On the overall. Like, we got to breathe, right? But the vessel has to breathe. This vessel, I'm just borrowing it.
Listen, wait a minute. If you're going with that, out of the body experience and shit like that, okay,
right.
that is mythical stuff.
Correct, it is.
There's no proof for that, okay?
Nobody knows the answer.
So
right.
I am talking about reality here.
Right, the vessel.
Now,
obviously
from
there.
the perspective of reality,
right.
there is nothing out of, just isolated. Do you understand that, or is it such a hard concept?
No, the vessel's weak. Obviously, this vessel needs air. It needs food to function. Obviously, you maintain the vessel, right? But the vessel is fucking weak. Get a paper cut, you fucking die. Go through a breakup. No physical part. Go through a breakup. Emotion, spiritual, emotion, mentally, you fucking die. To the point you have suicidal thoughts. Because one person decided to cheat on you, break up with you, or your kid fucking leaves you. So now you have this thought in your fucked up head that, you know what? Fuck this, I'm out. I can't do this life. Why? Why would you even have a thought of that?
So let me get it straight. No, because this actually this helps me to understand why you don't understand a few things that I'm saying.
You're a coder, I'm a fucking doctor.
More straight.
Remember, I'm black and white, you're Picasso. That's the reason why we have our differences of thinking. Black and white, simple as fuck.
I might actually be even Picasso or the doctor, or I'm pretty more generalist. So
right,
because I've done both.
Right.
I know I've done both. Like I said, I've done mathematics, physics, all that shit,
that may be
and I also done music,
right,
and all of that shit. Okay?
Correct.
So
that's when you tear it apart deep.
It is possible to do both.
And I know it is,
now,
but that's why I simplify it.
Me,
go for it.
For me to get a little more glimpse of it.
Let's do this.
So you're saying it's about your beliefs here. Or
my personal beliefs, right?
Fictions.
You can say fiction.
So you believe that there is. So you make a difference between the mind and the body. So you believe that the body. The mind somehow continues.
Hey, Rita,
That's
we got long hair, man.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yes, so I believe in afterlife, right? But here's the kicker: nobody, zero, knows the answer. Everybody has concepts.
That's very important.
Right. So with that said,
that's very important.
Right.
What you believe about what happens about.
Nobody knows. I go by what I was taught. I go by what my parents taught me as Catholics. After you die, right? Supposedly you go to purgatory, burn there for your fucking sins, and then from there, whereas you go to the fucking gates of heaven. Guess what, baby boy? I'm here to get my resume. So do I pass to go collect $200, go to heaven, or do I go to hell?
That is.
You said what?
Yeah.
You
that
guys
is very important to know, because I didn't know that you actually believe in that sort of things. Okay, that changes little
but
the
remember,
way I understand you.
Right.
Box
Right.
number 4, where you at?
Oh, he's just chilling, watching. No, but so Jack, remember, respectfully, I know you say you're atheist. I have nothing against people atheists at all. So remember, everybody has their own concept. At the end, there is credits or there is afterlife. Nobody, you and I, nobody in the fucking book knows the answer. Everyone's taught a belief. When you kick the bucket and you do pass, let's say scenario.
No, we do know something.
We die.
Actually
We
do
die.
know something.
We die. That's
We
it.
do know some things that are actually pretty fucking clear.
What is it?
There is no proof
Go for it.
that we haven't found any goddamn sort of proof
Mm-hmm.
that anyone who died somehow manifested his existence after his death.
Well,
Never.
but here's the
That
kicker.
happened.
Right, but here's the
No.
kicker. Go for it. You go first, and I'll go after you.
Besides that,
Mm-hmm.
the soul in itself, or the mind, or
Right.
what remains after death, what remains after death, there is no goddamn fucking definition for that.
Right.
There is no concrete, concise
No one knows the answer.
theory about what that is, if it actually exists.
No one knows the
Not to
answer.
mention that we don't even detect
Right.
anything that
Right.
might have
Correct.
to do with what remains after.
Right, and that's what I said.
So yeah,
Nobody
we do
knows the
know-
answer.
We do know
Nobody knows the
that
answer.
we are not able to detect something. So that's pretty goddamn fucking clear.
Right, Jack, but keep it simple. Nobody knows the fucking answer when nobody dies. And let's say scenario. Let's say when my brother passed away, and let's say he passed away, the vessel dies, right? But let's say there is heaven, there is hell, there is aliens. But guess what? He's a spirit. He doesn't exist. He could be right here talking to me. Guess what, Rito? There is heaven. And I can't hear him. There is no energy I can feel from him. So guess what? I don't know the answer, but he knows the answer because he's here. Scenario. Remember, this is a scenario. I'm not saying he's physically here, but let's say he was here spiritually, emotionally, mentally wise. I can't sense him. I can't hear him, but he knows the answer. So with that said, nobody in the fucking universe knows the answer physically. When I kick the bucket tomorrow, scenario, after this live, I don't wake up above ground. I will find out if there is afterlife. But even if I do have the answer, guess what, guys? I'm fucking dead. The vessel dead is time. I can't come there. Guess what, Bigo squad? I'm physically dead. The vessel's dead, but I'm here spiritually wise. Guess what, guys? There is heaven. There is hell. There is purgatory. Oh, there are fucking aliens. I can't tell you physically because I'm not here no more. So with that said, nobody knows the fucking answer. Everyone has concepts, ideas, whatever the caregiver taught them, and we can become adults. Whatever you hear from your buddies, you have religious culture beliefs. I tell people, don't even worry. Why even worry about death? When you fucking die, you die, and that's it. So why stress about death? Just worry about today, the present, and that's it. Every day above ground, be blessed to have another day to live. Because you might not wake up tomorrow. Just keep it very simple as that.
You know that death is actually one of the main, one of the core
Issues?
inquiry of
I feel like our souls go somewhere.
philosophies,
Monty,
more
likely so, but
most ideologies, most religions, and
Mhm.
all of that shit.
right?
It's like a god that is one of the
Thank you.
freaking core shit of this. You know how they see
Uh-huh.
death, right? The Stoics, I don't remember how the fuck it was. They saw the harmony in the universe and all of that. They saw everything as, like a perfect structure and all of that. Even though, of course, it was contradictory with their slavery attitude and all of that.
Slave happens every day.
It kind of it was telling about the universe being as some kind of a perfect machine and all of that.
Yeah,
And,
concepts. Yeah.
pretty wonderful and simple stuff and all of that.
Yeah,
right?
concept.
So of course the mind, the soul
Uh-huh.
also was intricate in this side of the story.
Right.
Afterwards, you had, I don't know, the Christians and so on. Well, I don't No, I don't remember. This was years
fine.
ago.
Right.
Way too many years ago. Right, the Jesus phenomena. Right, what was the ideology there, that there is a life after death?
Potentially.
You know, the heaven and
Right.
shit and whatever.
Right.
So it's
Potentially.
forgiveness and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And that somehow solved, at least gave people predictability
Right.
about what is going to happen. Some kind of a, you know,
Hey, really? How you doing?
satisfactory logical explanation. Logical, of course,
Right.
according to the axioms that are going, that we're starting the logic from. And
Mm-hmm.
that these are things that always lead towards all sorts of ideologies and
Right.
beliefs and
Concept.
shit like.
Right. Concepts. Right.
Well, how much of it can you prove? Because, you know, if you
I don't
just
care to
sit
prove it.
on your chair
Uh-huh.
and you think about them, you can be a philosopher as long as you fucking want.
Right.
You can think about, I don't know, all sorts of shit. But is
Right.
any of it real? Does it have anything to do with reality?
Right.
I mean, in any way.
Right. And but why you worry about it?
No, it can be tested in some sort of ways. It can be tested, or if you're not able to test it
Mm-hmm.
in reality,
Mm-hmm.
find a way to test it, to prove it, and to make it reproducible.
Right. But when you do
Right.
that, Jack, when you do that, will that fake change to save you as an individual? Whatever you want to prove, whatever you want to achieve, there's fucking aliens. Guess what, boys and girls? I can prove there's fucking aliens. But guess what? As an individual, I'm still a crackhead, alcoholic tweaker, doing booger sugar. I still bitch about my anxiety, depression. I'm still in a toxic relationship. I still can't let go of the fucking bottle. But I prove to you there's fucking aliens. Make that shit make sense.
So again, you're talking black and white again.
Yes, because once again,
same shit.
none of that can fix or save you.
Listen, the black and white
Mhm.
stuff, you know, that is, you know,
It's triggering for a lot of people,
I
yes.
can look at reality a little and see that, you know, even reality doesn't really do that kind of shit.
Right,
It's not
because it's
actually
man-made.
black and white.
Man-made.
There are more conditions to the logic.
Right.
So,
It's your environment. You know that, right? It starts with your household.
no, I'm
and then your
actually
environment.
talking about basic fundamental interactions.
Right.
between-
Maintain the
between
matrix. You
things.
can't beat the
For
matrix.
example, you can say,
Go for it.
for example, people in physics would say that, you know, we only have these two situations. We have a spin, you know, a counterclockwise or clockwise spin of
Mhm.
something,
Right.
And that's the only possibility.
Right.
Well, of course, that image is incomplete because you're describing just one side, one very little
Right.
part of the whole goddamn thing.
Right. The equation. Correct.
So that's why I'm saying that, you know, this black and white, that's
Right.
incomplete.
Right, and with that, can I respond to that? So once again, Jack, you and I have different ways of thinking. You're a coder, I'm the doctor, I walk in, this is wrong with your computer, hi and bye, that's it. That's how it's going to cost you. I'm not going deep in the situation. Take it or leave it, your choice, right? So with that said, physics, all that shit, etc. But once again, when they figure out the answer to that, how come that one individual that figured out the answer, why are they still a crackhead, alcoholic tweaker? Why do they worry bitch about the anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts? Why the fuck can't they get go of the
Okay,
bottle?
So you're not helping. You're not helping.
Because I don't care to go
or
deep.
Searching.
I don't care to go
solution.
deep. I don't care. It's just black and white.
You're just giving the opportunity of
Mhm.
people to bitch away.
No. They can
and
go
that's
study.
it, right?
They can go study. Like I told a scientist at the market. Matter of fact, yesterday, because now it's a new day.
you're,
Or no, it's-
you're not going to study a goddamn shit, right? Because you don't actually care about anything.
why do I care about
What we're
science?
talking
Why do I
about.
care about science? Science can't fake to save nobody. They can study this fucking brain. You know what, guys? We would have found a new term about the brain. Awesome. But you still can't fix or save me. For example, aliens are studying us. Let's say there are fucking aliens. It has to be. It's highly impossible we're the only one in the universe. I tell the ETs of my life, ET, you're studying us, right?
So
Here's the answer to life.
You really don't want to participate. You don't want to participate in any of the help that you're waiting for.
I'm not waiting for help. You're waiting for help. I am not waiting for help. You're waiting for help. Respectfully, I don't. What I need help for? I am blessed. I healed myself. I don't need nobody in the universe. I don't need a partner. No one. I want them. I am not broken and codependent. I am not going to shed tears because my anxiety, depression. In my mansion, I close all the doors of pain. You guys behind the screen, respectfully, you're going to have insomnia tonight. After this conversation, a lot of people said the drugs, alcohol, pills. Let's say simple. They don't do that shit. They would stare at the fucking ceiling like I did for 39 years of my life trying to figure this shit out. The last 3 years of my life, fucking blessed. When I sleep, I die. That's why there's so many hours on social media on one-on-ones because the body's fucking weak. I forget about it because, oh yeah, I gotta get sleep. I forget about myself because the body's weak. Up here, I'm robotic. I don't need sleep. The vessel needs sleep. I don't need sleep. Spiritual, emotional, mental wise. I can have this conversation to my last dying breath because I already figured the answer. It's the person in the mirror. It's not nobody fucking else. Nothing. God can't fix you or save you. He can hold you and guide you. He can't do that much if you believe in a God. A support team can do the same shit. If you're a crack, I'll call it tweaker.
So let's suppose, okay, fine. So let's say, I get it. So, this might actually
you want to add
be
emotions in the equation.
one
You're
of
looking at
the
logic based on
last
facts and lists,
conversations we might actually have.
Okay.
But let's just another
Yeah, what's the
question.
big story, man? How you doing?
Let's suppose that, I don't know, if we have these conversations, okay, fine. If I find some answer,
go for it.
An answer to a unified view of
Okay.
everything and so on.
Okay.
Would that be of any importance to you?
But what's the answer? What kind of answer you talking about? If you can elaborate.
Like I said, if I find,
Mm-hmm.
if I manage to find that sort of shit,
Right.
would that be of any interest?
If it's a positive manner to help the person overcome the situation to win the war with the person in the mirror, yes. If everybody has their own journey, everybody has their own concepts. That's why people on social media, they'd be like, "I'm woke." I'm like, well,
When I'm talking about unification,
Mm-hmm.
I am talking about what Einstein was trying to do, and what actually most physicists are trying
Right.
to do, to arrive at a unified view, which actually is a theory of fucking everything.
Right, and why
Okay,
worry about
that implies
everything?
you as well.
Right, and guess what? We're all unique
And that
individuals.
is not
Mhm.
is not a joke. That is very serious shit.
Right,
Okay?
correct.
So,
Mm-hmm.
if I manage to somehow find that stupid shit, the things that are missing and whatever the fuck,
But what's
would that matter to you?
if it's gonna change the person to how to get their life back? Sure, but if it's like I found an equation to this, the science is bullshit. I don't care about that because they can't save nobody.
That theory might actually prove you wrong in
Okay.
so many goddamn things. In
Elaborate.
which you believe.
Elaborate.
Okay?
Oh yeah, I'm all ears. I love this conversation. Elaborate.
I told you, if there is that possibility,
Uh-huh.
if that happens,
Mhm.
what would be your take on it? Because to me it seems that if you're so independent as
Yes.
you
Depend on myself.
try to see yourself,
Yes.
you don't really care about anything. So therefore,
As far as man-made,
what I'm
no.
talking here to you, it's almost a waste of freaking
No,
time.
it's not a waste of time.
Now,
It's a conversation.
If I actually give you something,
Mm-hmm.
would it actually mean something to you?
Jack, scenario.
Would you care about it?
Let me elaborate. Let's say you found something out, right? And you and I having this conversation. You found something, a phenomenon that you proved, right? That can help potentially somebody. But I'm going to ask you a question. You figured out this part of the brain where the situation is. But I'm happy for you. But I'm going to ask you a question. Why are you stuck in the bottle still? Respectfully wise. Will that change you from letting the bottle go? stop being alcoholic. Respect when I say that. Not throwing jabs at you, but I'm saying general-wise, because I would say that to anybody that's stuck on man-made bullshit, respectfully wise. I'm happy you figured it out, but when it comes back to individual, does that benefit your individual? Respectfully wise. Because this conversation, I have it at the farmer's market with scientists, physicians all the time. I'm saying respectfully wise. I have this conversation in Seattle, and they get triggered.
I don't care respectfully or non-respectfully. It's not about. I
it's out of respect.
Don't know. That's a hard question because I can't
Why?
predict
How?
something that I don't fully understand.
How?
Depression,
Right.
anxiety, borderline, all of these things.
We all have that
I
shit.
don't fully understand, so therefore I don't have any kind of predictability.
So respect when I say this, Jack. Like I tell my buddies, respect when I say the same thing. My tattoo, that whatever your addiction is, especially the worst one, man-made bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills. The bottle doesn't need you. All capital letters. You need the bottle. Why? Well, you gonna rely on the bottle till your last dying breath? Why? So that's my point being. I do this conversations every fucking day with therapists, counselor, psychologists. I go, I'm happy you're figuring this shit out, but you as an individual, why the fuck do you need your BPD pills, depression pills, anxiety pills? All that shit numbs you the fuck up. Why don't you want to talk about your problems? Which is definitely your choice. I respect your boundaries. But if I'm telling you this, why I'm telling you, guess what? I go home, I love the fucking universe. I don't go home to toxicity. I don't need a partner. I want a partner. Anyone can leave. Guess what? The door's right there. If I'm too much for her, I don't shed a tear. Why would you shed a tear? Make that shit make sense. Respectfully wise.
Yeah, well, the thing is that we don't have the tools to solve these problems in such a logical way.
Man-made bullshit psychology wise, yeah.
We have about our minds, our brains,
right.
or whatever the fuck.
Right.
These are all of them incomplete. So therefore,
right.
I cannot say, God, I wouldn't expect anyone to get better or worse or whatever.
Why not?
I don't know.
It's your choice. It's your choice every day above ground. Now
Choice
you're duck.
of what?
To grab the bottle, not grab the bottle.
Goddamn freaking things.
Every day above ground, Jack, is your choice to grab the bottle, not grab the bottle. You know that, right? Every day above ground, it is your choice, not, anyone in this fucking life on my platforms. Your choice tomorrow, every day above ground, to grab the bottle, not grab the bottle, right? It's not my
I
kids.
still don't know. No, it's still not a guarantee that it's solving the problem. I'm sorry.
No, it's not solving the problem,
No.
but you have choices. The bottle doesn't need you. It don't fucking talk to you. Mentally, it talks to you. Because you got depression, anxiety, my fucking tattoos on my neck.
I understand that I am trying to solve a problem. I am trying to solve
understand
the
that.
cause
Right.
that is leading me towards the bottle.
Right, I understand
Now,
that. Trust me. I do many
don't
ones.
solve that, listen, like I told you,
Go for it.
people who stop drinking, for example, if you're talking about alcoholism.
Whatever you want to talk about. Oh, my conversation.
Now,
Go for it.
you do understand that people alcoholics who
Uh-huh.
stop drinking
Mm-hmm.
for a very, very, very long time,
Yes.
probably for the rest of their lives. They
Right.
stop drinking.
They'll die. I know. I get it.
They are still alcoholics.
Potentially, if you
You
can't go to the
understand
bottle.
that the problem is not solved. Okay? So,
It depends on the individual.
therefore, I am more interested in, I would rather continue, drinking,
That's your
with
choice.
my oscillation
Right.
and trying to actually solve the problem so I am not addicted anymore to the substance. I can still use it
Right, no. Casual drink
when
is
I
cool.
want to, if I want
Right,
to.
right.
And that's it. It's just about addiction. That's
Right.
it.
Right.
It's not about the substance.
Right.
So please try to be very careful when
No.
you're talking about these things.
Right,
because
no,
most
I get
people
it.
are not aware.
Right, and I get it. That's the type of people. Nothing is wrong with casual drinking, but for example, scenario, and this is out of respect to the whole universe behind this fucking screen, right? So when you're like, I'm 10 years sober, and I tell them, okay, I'm happy for you. That's awesome. You achieved that, right? But can you just have one shot or a beer, and it's, you know, a lot of them tell me no because I just can't have one. Oh, and I tell them respectfully, so that means you are broken and codependent. You just can't have one shot or two. You got to black the fuck out. So I show my tattoo. The bottle doesn't need you in the bottle. So you are scared, terrified of that bottle, that man-made bottle. So you're codependent of it. Why? Why can't you detox codependency-wise? Respectfully-wise.
Well, there you
what did I
go.
miss?
So, please,
I cannot catch
let
it.
let
I get it. That's the codependency part.
remarkably skeptical about any goddamn
I'm not being rude. I'm just saying in
when it
general
comes
wise.
to psychology and all of that.
Yeah.
And besides that, you know, when you have both sides, you know, so you have the psychological aspect, you know, like the conceptual aspect of reality, you know, and you think about it, and you see that it doesn't work that well and all
You're
of
not
that.
good at all.
You also have the material, the understanding of the hardware. It's like understanding both hardware
components and
and
coding.
software and
Right,
the link
coding,
between
networking.
them.
Right. No, I get the concept. I get the analogies.
That is a full. That is full understanding of the system, right?
If you want to get
That's
deep in
when
it.
you actually understand what the fuck is going on.
If you
So
want to get deep.
therefore,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have someone who understands programming.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have someone who understands hardware.
Right. Different
Because
categories.
all of these things were made to work
Together. Right. No, I get it. And same thing as humans. We all work together. Everybody has a role in the matrix. I get it. For sure. But with that said, why are you still having anxiety? Why you have depression? How the fuck are you in toxic relationships? Why the fuck do you want off your dome? But you're a coder, you're a programmer, you're a fucking president, you're a mafioso, a kingpin. Everybody fucking fears you, but you bitch about depression. You're still in toxic relationships. You can't take care of your family, but you have all the money power in the world. Man-made bullshit. Make that shit make sense. Respectfully wise.
There are a lot of reasons for that, and yet
there is.
not enough to understand.
Well, once again, Jack, I love you, but with that said,
we wouldn't do that.
Black and
you know,
white.
it's not like, you know, it's unnatural or something.
No, I understand. No, I understand that.
It's what we do. It's
Right. I make it sound easy. Remember,
there are
as an
reasons
individual.
for
No, there's a
everything.
lot of reasons. Yeah, I get it. But with that said, as an individual, once again, no one has to comprehend. Call me fucking crazy, but as an individual, May 3rd, 2020, the old version of me, the last version of me dies. But the cool thing is analogies. Your body, your vessel, as you evolve in life, right? Spiritual, emotional, mental, as a being, it's like a fucking snake that shed its skin. All my versions from 2023 to 2020 and all till I was fucking whatever, 5, 6 years old, I can talk to all my versions of me so I don't do the same fucking mistakes. That's why I create categories. You don't date lost empaths. By your side, especially having kids with them. Who's that? Gangbangers, mafiosos, druggers, racists, military cast people in the ghetto hoods. Those are Lucifer's disciples. That's Lucifer's playgrounds, especially the ghetto hoods. I already comprehend that. I have nothing against them. I know the hell narcissistic wise. BPD empathy, fucking everywhere. Everywhere in the ghetto hoods. Wars every fucking day there. Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And all this bullshit because statistics map only 1.3% of the universe is fucking has BPD. Only 1.3? Go to the ghetto hoods. Why the fuck do you have so many baby mama fathers out there? Why the fuck do you have the main chick and side chicks? I already know the answers, so I show them love from a distance. Friends and associates, not by my side. I can't fish nor save them at all. Don't matter how much he or she's beautiful. Cosmetically, they're beautiful on the outside. Inside, they're ugly, broken, lost, not healing or healed. They can offer me toxic love, lust, drama. Not all of them, a lot of them. I already comprehend that shit. I see through all that bullshit, respectfully wise. Everybody else that doesn't, that's the Japanese I just said to you, go date them, go have kids with them, and go crucify yourself, respectfully wise. I already know that.
By the way,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm going to leave you with this because I have to.
Hey Casey, how you doing? Go for it.
I
You,
have to depart.
you good?
But I wanted to leave you with this,
Go for it.
and I will let you
You can't argue
argue.
with them, no,
I will let you counter-argue, not to be a
No,
jackass
no,
or whatever.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good. Yeah.
So, you're again
Yes.
contradicting yourself.
You can say that.
First of all,
You say that. I don't hurt my
you
feelings.
say that you don't care. Now, first of all, you do understand that when you, in these discussions,
Yes. I love having them.
if you actually believe, now listen, you were talking about introspection. Now I am trying to tell you
Tell me.
that what you see in your mirror,
Mm-hmm.
you might actually be just a little blind to, you might have some blind
Yes,
spots. Some
You can say that.
Okay?
It'll hurt my feelings. Agreed.
So,
Oh yeah.
just,
Doesn't.
this
It's that
part
part.
when you say that, oh, you don't care, or you don't need, or blah, blah, blah,
don't.
all of this shit,
Right.
doesn't really work that way.
Correct. Because mammoth ways.
You do this, you
Mhm.
have the patience. Most people who talk with me,
Uh huh.
they don't have, they hear me for I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
a few minutes and they're off. They're just, okay, fuck this dude. Okay,
Right. Because
he's
they
talking
have no
nonsense and
patience.
shit.
Narrow-minded. I get it.
Right?
Right. I have patience.
And
I
you
my
do this with a lot of people.
Yes.
So don't you talk to me that, oh,
Give more power
actually,
to
I
those
don't
that can
care,
do it.
I don't need you, or bullshit like that. That's
Mhm.
blind spot, or whatever, I don't know,
Call it
something
what you wanna
is
call
wrong
it.
with your glasses, when you're looking in the mirror,
I am
know.
blessed. I am blessed. Thank you, Mano. Every day above ground, I'm blessed. I
Yeah.
get to tell the same story. Make it simple as possible. Trigger people. My job is to trigger the universe. That's why I call everybody out.
I
Respectfully.
don't know.
All my conversation. I challenge anyone in the universe. Everybody. $0, $1 trillion. Elon Musk money. Bring Elon Musk. I'm happy I have a Tesla, but you just made a comment on TikTok.
That means you care.
No,
That is kind of the opposite
I
of,
keep-
of some of your earlier philosophies.
No, because
okay?
I don't care about science and psychology and all that bullshit. That is all man-made bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't-
Because
I
you're
know so.
listening to this sort of shit.
Look at this tattoo. It says, what? Thinking is not knowing. I know I don't give a shit about that. That's why therapists, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists don't like me. Scientists don't like me. I tell them, you did what your daddy did, grandpa did, and you're doing that, and you still can't face it and save me, nor yourself. Make that shit make sense. And you've been studying scientists,
Okay, well,
all this
now
shit.
you had
Mm-hmm.
a unbiased, kind of a unbiased, I don't know how sure I am
all
of
day,
that.
every day, 1,000.
But I am trying my best to be a objective observer.
Yeah, Emmanuel, I love this conversation.
As I
Yes.
partially objective observer, I am telling you that you should revise.
Yep.
Try to revise some of these things, because
I won't.
about you, that introspection that you are always yelling about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you're so good at that,
Yes.
okay, try to revise these things in the mirror again. Look
Why?
closer
Why?
in that mirror. Change the glasses.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
Change the microscope.
Why?
Whatever the fuck.
Why? Can I make it sound easy as fuck?
Because you're talking about.
Can I make it sound easy as
You're
fuck?
saying that this is part of the solution.
It's the easiest thing solution in
And
the
I'm
world.
also saying that it is part of the solution.
Jack, I love you, but when I say this, to my last dying breath, I won't ever shed a tear for no one in the universe when it comes to relationships. I won't bitch about my anxiety, depression. I don't need a bottle, pill, man-made bullshit to try to fix and save me, because they can't. Nobody can do it for you, not even God. I already know that answer. Everybody else,
Yeah,
think,
I
go
was,
for it. Go for it. Respectfully wise.
I was pretty much specifically talking about you.
I know,
That
and
was
I
a
know the
personal
answer. I just told you.
note.
Black and white, the answer is the person in the mirror. All my tattoos, my riddle for the universe, when I get it done where Jesus got stabbed. The riddle for the universe, who's the problem? The person in the mirror, the person looking in the mirror. When you comprehend the riddle, what are you going to do about it? Respectfully wise. It's just a fucking mirror. So you're the problem to your life.
Okay. Well, you let me know. You let me know if you actually manage to change the glasses.
There's nothing to
or
change.
Fix the mirror.
Why?
Or
I already
whatever.
won the war with the person in the mirror. you're still struggling with that, respectfully wise, because the bottle, respectfully wise. So when you when you figure that out, let me know the answer. Respectfully wise, I get it. That I cannot speak on drugs, alcohol, pills, because respectfully, I did not hit rock bottom to get to that point. I know 1,000 no drugs, no alcohol, pills in the whole fucking universe. It can't fix me the same, but it can make me a zombie. Or it can make me an addict. I can run from the person mirror for the rest of my fucking life. I can destroy all my family and friends.
I told you that.
Yeah.
I told you that because this might, I might
What?
get closer and closer to a final conversation with you, at least until you fix your glasses or
I don't
your
need it.
mirror.
You should fix yours. Respectfully, mine already fixed. I already replaced mine because mine are beat to shit. Respectfully, but no. I am blessed. Every day above ground, I have no worries in the fucking universe. I maintain the matrix. You can't beat it. Everybody else, I'm happy you have a good job, etc. But why can't you win that war with the person in the mirror? Respectfully wise. You have all the kids, money and power.
Respectfully wise.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so, anyway. Listen, I told you, of course you understand that I'm not angry or anything. This is
there is no
about
anger.
efficiency, and I'm trying to
to
use the conversations to see what the purpose actually is.
I'm telling a story.
The purpose here, it doesn't seem to be what I expected.
Right.
So I'm trying to understand
build up 1,000.
That I do see that there are a few things that are out of place. Logically speaking, there are a few things out of place, but not that many.
Exactly, it's not so much.
And that's fine in some way, but the thing is that if you're contradicting yourself in such a way, that becomes a very big problem. So I want you to look at that because it's not something hard to do.
Right.
And it's not something, it's not a tragedy.
Right.
It's nothing, it might actually help you.
Hermano, I'm healed. I'm healed. You can tell me all that. Remember this. Give me all the suggestions. Tell me all the books to read.
Healed and you're levitating above us.
I'm 1%. 1% of the universe. I am a judge and referee.
Spiritual people.
Yo, hey, I love spiritual people. We're spiritual, right? So with that said, a lot of people say I'm woke, right? How can you say you're woke and you're healed, but you bring religion, culture, fucking slavery? Did you know slavery happens every fucking day above ground? That's Blueprint Conversations. Yeah. See, yeah. So with that said, I am blessed. I am 1% of the universe.
So, okay, fine. You're healed.
I'm good.
Even though your glasses don't work.
You can say that. You got your journey, I got my journey. I'm blessed. I already completed my junior 3 years ago. I became woke.
You're blessed, of course.
I'm blessed.
Who the fuck isn't blessed?
Well, the ones struggling behind the screens are the ones struggling a lot, especially the person in the mirror. That person, they're trying to be blessed, but they don't know how to. They're trying to use kids, marriage, technology, drugs, alcohol, pills to be blessed. All they're doing is running from the person. Be like Forrest Gump. In this lifetime, how many years you want to wear the fucking mask of smiles? Behind it, you're dying crying. When do you actually take that bitch off and work on yourself? If you choose one of your choice.
Listen, the problem was pretty simple.
It is.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite simple, and all you have to do is to actually grow some balls. To look into, to be honest, that's, that introspection that you're always talking about, okay?
Right,
so,
my way of thinking. Yeah, we're good, we're blessed.
We'll see. So
definitely
please,
we will.
Like I said, if it ever happens
to
somehow you remember what I told you and you actually do something about it, you see some changes, something that,
I'll let you know.
Works.
I'll let you know.
Yes, please let me know.
Right, and more likely the answer is no.
I am feeling a little inefficient.
You're good, man. You're good.
Okay.
I know.
So cheers, my dear friend.
I want to let you take care. Be safe.
Keep up the patience and all of that.
Most definitely. Likewise, man.
You want to call it.
Sure.
And for the rest of you who are listening, also congratulations for your patience and wisdom as well. Cheers.
Likewise. I want to stay blessed. Oh, yo, I can't wait to post this one eventually. So that's why I love this conversation. That's why I said respectfully, I challenge everyone in the universe. No one ever is. I have a family that never used anything and have the same depression. Oh, no, for sure. But remember, depression, remember my tattoos. So let me break it down. Mansion and the rap artist, right? So I took his song, made it my way. Because as an individual, he helped me do communication with my anxiety, depression, right? The rap artist that helped me do comprehension to get over the relationship was Young Drag. The song's called Toxic Love. So with that said, that's why I say, in your head, you're matching all, not one, all the doors of pain wide open. Why? Because you haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. That's why anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, the bottom says triggers, all capital letters, overthinking, reactive abuse. If you don't know reactive abuses, you can become verbally, potentially physically abusive with your partner, kid, the scenario, even yourself. How yourself? Because the bad side of you, lose side, hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. Everyone's got BPD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, and empathy, narcissistic personality disorder. If that's not true, two simple questions. Yo, why in your feelings? Why treat by fucking petty words? Your fucking girlfriend, boyfriend tells you ugly, fat, and stupid ones don't want you, and you pop them in the mouth. You did reactive use because you got triggered, bothered, anger, hatred. Hate is like drinking poison voluntarily wise. You chose that shit. Premeditated choice. So with that said, that's why everyone's got to be prepared. We can all become. Who's your Bible talk? Who's your first narcissistic sociopath, psychopath? Cain killed Abel over man-made bullshit. No, jealousy. We do man-made bullshit. So with that said, everyone has that shit. Everyone does. That's why we get that tat out here to say trigger warning. Everyone's got BPD, empathy, and break it down. And that thing what I told you, which says, which I got this from an anime. Hate is like swallowing poison voluntarily. It's the fucking truth. It's called a trigger. Any negative emotion, talk to yourself. Why am I bothered? Why did anxiety kick in? I'm happy right now. All of a sudden, I'm down. Why? I don't know. Bullshit. Stop running from yourself. Stop running from the person in the mirror. You can't fix yourself by yourself. It's highly impossible. Your notes, wisdom, knowledge is max the fuck out. Have a support team. Have is triggering. You should want a support team. If you don't have one, yo, I'm always in your pocket. Free therapy, life coach. That's why therapists, counselors, psychiatrists don't like me at all. Even fucking when it comes to the computer world. IT, I am not IT. I am a computer technician. I'm the doctor. I walk in, you computer, oh, off the back. Well, shit, I think if I have one here or not. I might have one. I might have one. No. Nope, I don't have one. Oh, no, I lied to you. It's right here. No, I lied to you once again. I don't have one. They're all in my office. Anyways, if I had one, hard drive, right? Computer talk. That's why I speak black and white. Computer talk. I can make any computer fast in the universe as long as it has 2 cores, 2 processors. This is called a hard drive. Traditional. Analogy. This is called a cassette player. If I had an SSD, which is the flash drive, is digital. That's called an SSD. That is what? Digital doors. Honda, SSD, Bugatti. By me just pulling this puppy out, put an SSD in, I make your 15-year-old fucking computer from a Honda Bugatti. It hasn't ever run in its life like that. Add my RAM, fine tune it, rolling. And I charge you $80 to $120. IT guys that fucking the gas and manipulate, they will sell your dreams, then they fucking leave this piece of shit in there, right? And then fucking take you for your money, $300, $500 to $800. And the main problem is this little piece of shit right here. See? And that's what I say respectfully. Analogies, that's why him and I go back and forth, because he's a coder programmer. I don't do coding programming, but I get the concept. By me saying, to say my name, Margarito Yala, here's my birthday, I'm from fucking, born and raised from Toppin, Washington. Coding talk, it's a fucking big paragraph. It's all this shit for fucking 5-6 words. So that's why he speaks the way he speaks, because he makes it complex. He makes the picture like Picasso, colorful as fuck. I just walk in black and white. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. What? It's you. It's you. It's not your kids. It's not your parents. Nobody in the fucking universe can't fit or save you. Go to church all you want. Go to all the retreats. Do all the shrooms you want. Do whatever you got to do. And none of that can't fit or save you, because it's not their journey. It's your journey. Healing, awaken, Think about healing, awaken, woke. The last part is very hard to get to. I got blessed support team. I tell a story. I am 1% of the universe. I'm a referee, a judge. I judge everybody for who you really are. Get triggered, especially people narcissistic. I don't give a fuck. You put one on my head, but yes, the vessel will die. Spiritual, emotional, mental, I won't die. Movie talk, I'll probably see you in the next lifetime. This is called a fucking deja vu. We'll do this again. Until you finally get it, stop off of my fucking dome. Work on yourself. What? Did you know you can change your life? No fucking way. I got choices. You got choices. That's how easy it is. Now, what are you going to do with the situation? Fix yourself or point the finger at everybody in the mother but yourself, which is definitely your choice, you know? So it's everyone faces if they're not doing what they should. I have a question. So in my case, I deal with crippling nerve pain. And being an addict, pills never were my thing, but physical dependency got me, as you said earlier. Oh yeah, that's the vessel's fucking weak, right? So with that said, the intent is to take care of your body best ass. But it's the analogy. Take care of your body so your body takes care of you wise, because your body will talk to you. Stress is a fucking killer. It fucking will destroy the fuck out of you. One thing, you start getting sick and not, fucking all these, what do you call this? Allergies and all this bullshit because you're doing too much for one individual. Especially when you have kids trying to do fucking toxic relationships, all this shit. Sarah, no, what's up, brother? You missed a bit.
How you doing, bro?
Doing good. You missed a good ass session. Yo, Jack and I went back and forth, but once again, it'll be my Twitch. This is on my Twitch right now. We speak. Luckily, I was like, you know what? Respectfully, Jackson actually have a real conversation. I know it's gonna get spicy, so it's fucking good. I love it. Because respectfully, he can't rap the. Remember?
You're doing debates now.
Say it again.
Don't tell me you're doing debates now.
All my conversations, you want to call it debates, sure, but because remember, Jack is a coder programmer, so his way of thinking is like Picasso, colorful as fuck. He wants to go like deep in it. I am black and white. I'm like a computer technician. I just walk in, hey.
Yeah, you're down to earth.
Yeah, right. So he doesn't like the way you think. A lot of therapists, counselors don't. I do see how the farmer. I did today with the scientist, went back and forth, and he was studying. But huh?
No, go ahead. No one will let you finish. I want to tell you I got a response.
Okay, so with that said, which I'm gonna call it, we're talking about, he found, they're studying part of the brain with through all this, they're gonna potentially come up with a new term. And I told him, how long you been a scientist for? And he's like 20 years, right? I go, don't question, did your parents do this? Like your father, yeah, my father, my grandfather. I go, respect when I say this, when you figure out the new term for the brain, right? Did you know that can't fix or save you? And what about you? What do you mean? Scenario, let's say you're a crack alcoholic tweaker. You figure out this new term, you comprehend it, but you're still a crack alcoholic tweaker. Make that shit make sense. So why can't you work on yourself respectfully wise? And he just looked at me like in shock, like what? I go, I'm saying that respect. I go, here's the answer to life. What is it? He's like, I go, it's the person in the mirror. What? You. You can't fix and save me. I can't fix and save you. So the answer to life is the person in the mirror. All that studying you doing, and your father did, grandfather did, respectfully is a waste of time. Because you can't fix and save me. But the answer I give you is the person in the mirror. That's the only person who can do it, because your journey, what? Healing, awaken, eventually woke. Which is your choice. This is Japanese. You can call me crazy, but I'm blessed, because when I go home, no toxicity. See my tattoos? No more thinking, depression. I won't ever be in a toxic relationship. I verbalize my boundaries every which way. I'm not scared to say no. Respectfully, you potentially might go home, sit overthinking. I probably blew your fucking mind a little bit, because the curveball. Now you just stay there quiet. Respectfully wise. So, sorry, go sir. Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, just about, you got into a deep conversation with somebody, it's a scientist. I'm really, I'm impressed by how many different people that have just the mindset come to the your meetings.
Jump on, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You gotta have patience,
to learn, to teach.
Yeah.
To grow.
Correct. Very well said.
This is dude. It's a place. It's a place that you recharge. A place that you want to come to get some off your chest. Place to learn. It's a living environment that you cultivated, brother. I'm glad I'm chilling with you.
Thank you,
glad you had a good session, man. Good to catch up with you. just and not only that, like I said, it's just a community.
Yeah, it's for everybody.
I love seeing when you're online. I get those,
Thank you. Likewise.
I get those notifications that you're online, but you can't always just hang out. But it doesn't mean that I get the notification. I see you're online, and my spirit's like sending good vibes your way, and when I can catch up with you, we can catch up.
Whenever. Yeah, that's the cool thing about this community. I tell people, like, the cool thing we have, like, positive people around you, like support team, a squad. You can carry on the conversation. It can be 4 months later, like it was yesterday. There's a lot of respect. It's like, hey, where you been? You leave me alone. Like, nah, we all have lives. I get it. You don't have to be on the phone all the time.
Right.
I get it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, like, and I that's where, like, I couldn't chill and hang out. I've been really busy on the weekends with my work.
Yeah. No, you good, man.
Yeah, it's nice to take it down.
How's work been? How's life?
Right now I'm going through some things.
Okay.
But I'm positive. I'm encouraged, and I just feel like I kind of got like that drive of inspired and hopeful.
Good, Jimmy.
So I got some stuff that I'm dealing with, but like I don't want to like sit here and play a small violin.
Okay.
Or just because I know we're all going through something, we're struggling, but I'm just grateful. I can't like. I thank God I'm not in a position where I'm breaking down and.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm at my way.
Right.
My rock bottom. Like,
that's good, man.
It's a challenge that I feel like I can overcome. I can see the sunshine coming.
Yeah.
I can see the silver lining.
Right. Which is beautiful. That's at least you comprehend that part. It's not just like I'm about to crash and burn and hit rock bottom. Like, nah. Everybody ain't baby steps, man. Just observe the situation and
that's it.
Dissect it. Like, okay, what can I do with this? And the cool thing I tell people, if you're a little dumbfounded, stuck, reach out to anybody. Tell me, I'm always in your pocket. Let's talk about it. Maybe I might have some advice or not. I don't, but I speak to many people. And I tell my people, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I speak to a lot of people on this phone. Somebody's that have an answer for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no this shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. Good thing, Jimmy.
What kind of stuff were y'all talking about on your on earlier?
Oh yeah. So.
Like, I want to. You have been giving out like questions or any like
so what we do like that, I try to do. Remember this, I love Jack, right? So respect when I jump out here with Jack White. Jack, remember he's more into psychology eyes, right? And then he's a deep thinker. So when Jack jumps on the live, respectfully, the whole mood changes because he's in the dig deep, right? Which I love the conversations, but a lot of people like respectfully, like it's a language barrier to a certain extent. From there, whereas they don't dig the way he speaks. The way he speaks is kind of firm. People don't get offended, right? And that's what I tell people, hey, this is the way Jack speaks. Try to be a little respectful. Try to be more open-minded. If not, you jump off the life, And then even Jack says, if you want to, I'll get off. Like, no, stay here, So with that said, that's why everything changes. With this respect, when I say when it's us-wise, I can ask the question, hey, I can do it right now if you want to. I got my Facebook, my IG, let me read a comment, and so on, right? So with that said, It was overall a good session, but it kind of got him in his feelings when I'm always up with tattoos that reference it's the person in the mirror. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. It's not kids, it's not pills, it's not marriage, social media, tattoos, nothing. This is all man-made bullshit. It's all this, right? None of this can fit or save you, but the person in the mirror can. That's why I told him: no drugs, no alcohol, no pills. Therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, and the cherry top God. God can't patient or save you. The only person in the mirror can. What we can do for each other, we can heal, guide, support, uplift, and one should up to each other. That's why I said, analogy, which I'm going to tell me, we're all gods. What do I say? We're all gods and goddesses, kings and queens, sleep in our slumber, wait to become woke. All we need is a little guidance, a little push. I am guidance, I am push. Whatever your God is, guidance and push. Whatever your support team is, guidance and push. But it's your healing, awake, eventually woke journey. Not nobody else's. We just hold you and guide you. That's how people, especially religious people, that's the market, right? And the older lady, she's like, no, that's not true. God could do it for you. I was like, do you want to test this theory out? You respect from your older, and I know we're in religion, we're raised that God can do it for us. But he can. I was like, you want to test this theory out? She said, go for it. Okay, let's do it. I was doing it in front of everybody, right? I go, check out my tattoos, right? So with that said, You and I pray right now that tomorrow everyone in the universe gets one more day to live. So when we wake up above ground, we pray that nobody has nobody has. If they finally let this shit go, right, they're over their anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. Everybody let go of the exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. No more triggers, no more overthinking, no more reactive abuse, no more deflection projection, no more trauma bonds, no more gaslight manipulation wise, no more drugs, alcohol, pills. None of this mammy bullshit, war, etc. Nothing exists, right? Everything's fucking Care Bears. So tomorrow, or now we say amen, right? I remember everyone's watching this, hearing this shit, right? And we say amen, right? So tomorrow, when you wake above ground, then everyone says the same shit they had last night. I told, who do you blame? Do you blame God or Lucifer? And she stayed quiet. I go, you can think about it really good. And she just stood there. I go, I'll give you 10 seconds. If you want more time, I'll give you more time. So I give her 20 seconds, right? Do you know the answer yet? She's like, stay quiet. And I got myself, I'm a geek techie. So I got myself, you know the answer is? She's like, what? See that? Look at yourself. You, the person in the mirror, you are the problem to your life. Not nobody else. I can't fix or save you. You can't fix or save I got 8 kids. I can't fix or save none of them. I go hold that and guide them. But that's their journey. And she stayed quiet. She teared up a little bit. I go, I'm not being rude to you. I'm just saying the answer to life is the person. I know I'll make it sound easy as fuck and respect you a lot older than I am. And you've been trying to figure this out, right? That sounds crazy. But tell me I'm lying. If you can't have the... I'm sorry?
You repair computers, don't you?
Yeah, I work in computers, correct.
That's what I thought. I thought because you said you're like a techie or whatever.
Yeah, I'm the doctor, computer technician. People are like, oh, you're IT. No. IT people, we sell you dreams. Trust me, I don't sell dreams. Keep it 100. Call me IT. You're cool. I tell remember, it's a mindfuck game. As long as you see me walk in, hey, my little badge, IT Geek Squad. I go on your keyboard, click, 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 and little do you know, I'm just going on my fucking TikTok, my Facebook, my email, and guess what, Sir Miss? Your computer's a little faster. It's a mindfuck game. Oh, no way. I just lied to you, man. And I just collected $400 from you. Peace. I'll see you in a month or so again. Yeah, I'm going to milk you for your money. IT people fucking take business.
Is that self-taught? You were self-taught in that, or did you go to school for
no.
IT or like?
My buddy taught me that. My buddy, like, so he's a fucking beast. He's a coder hacker, right? And he's a gamer. So we were gaming it up for a while, and I got tired of doing automotive, right? Like a mechanic, you make money, right? But what you call it? It's fucking very physical cuts. Labor. Yeah, very fucking labor intensive. Physical. Yeah, if the bolt fucking snaps, the customer has to be working. Now it snapped on you because you didn't do it. The fucking back of my car to fuck that shit up. Now it's the ball's in your court. Now you got the fucking owner on your fucking throat, right? All that. I got tired of stressing all that bullshit. Like, good money, fuck this shit. So I told my boy, hey, TV's computers are laughing for real? Like, deadass. Why? Because, I'm tired of living, work hard, not smarter and shit. So with that said, he taught me. He taught me the basics, comprehension, how they function. And from there, 8 months for the most part, trial and error, I figured it out. I got it. It's easy as fuck. So I've been doing this for 10, 11 years. I can't get any better. To make a computer run is a hard drive, RAM, which is right here. This is off a tower desktop. RAM, operating system, and that's it. Windows 7, 8, or 10, 11, iOS, whatever, El Capitan, whatever, and that's it. Now you're a computer technician, software technician. That's it. So
you live right down the street from me, man. I got a few things I need some help with technology-wise.
What's the issue? I'm asking.
Does this? For one,
you'll be a guest.
You can break down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could break open
correct, Jimmy.
Like a hard drive, fix a hard drive because like the port where you stick the charger in or like
the cables.
One of the pieces is
no.
It's not loose, so I can't stick it to my my laptop anymore.
Okay.
And, that would be in the ass, but like this seems like a simple problem. If I could, maybe I can even like YouTube that. But
so you said the hard drive port or the USB port off the laptop itself?
Well,
the outside.
The little piece. Okay, so
you good, Jimmy?
The piece that has like the charger piece is loose. It's not loose in the
hard drive. Inside the laptop itself, where you put the charging cable, the DC port. That's loose?
Yeah, where you stick that in. Yeah, that's knocked loose, or it just can't. I gotta keep it like propped
And the
up.
angle, shove it inside.
I gotta keep.
Yeah.
I gotta angle it, and it's a pain in the ass because like if I need it, like the hard drive's for fucking music. Excuse my language. The hard drive's for music,
Right.
and I got like over 100,000 songs on
Oh, yeah, you was
the
talking
hard
about that.
drive,
Right.
and I can't use that for a DJ gig if
The laptop's
if it's
working.
gonna be knocked loose.
Right.
It's gonna destroy my channel. I can't do that live. You know what I mean? Can't do that in front of an audience.
Well, I want to say the laptop itself. If the laptop itself, whatchamacallit, let me see this one. Here's my personal laptop. So if your laptop, like this has a cover, right? So if you take all the screws off, this cover comes off. If the hard drive is just right here, you can just, what you can do if you want to, you can take this off, right? Remove your hard drive, and then what you can buy is if you want to get all your music out of the hard drive, right? Buy an external hard drive case. This is called the case, an enclosure. Plug it in here, grab another computer, plug it in, and then when your computer recognizes it, right, it'll say, like, system D, whatever, it's been found. What do you want to do with this file? Open it up, right? And I can walk you through it. You just go to, like, it'll say, like, files, users, find your main file, which is, let's say, it's Serenoa, right? You double click it, and it say, do you want to open it? Put yes. When you say yes, you corrupt the hard drive, so the operations will not work, but you can go inside the hard drive and find all the music files and take them out and put them in another external hard drive, or even the same one, whatever you want to do. So, for the most part, this is not damaged. You can transfer the files out and put another hard drive. It's not hard to do. I can teach you that. It's really easy.
Yeah, and I mean that's easier said than done. Like,
I got
don't
you.
Want to spend another $60 for a hard drive,
No, they're actually cheap nowadays.
Yeah, that's a teaching, that's a learning moment for me, and
I got
so
you.
that's good to know. If they had one, because of that, I thought about a scenario where I just had a little $60 lying around where I could buy me another one.
No, well,
that's good to know.
Well,
I can transfer that.
Well, if you want to, I have like, DM me. I have like 300, like we have like 120s, 300s, and 500s. I have like stacks. I work with so many computers on my
hard drive.
I collect them. Because when they have bad sectors, right? The hard drive is hurt, so you can put an operating system, but it'll crash because it's so hurt because of bad sectors. But you can still use the external hard drive. It'll eventually film whenever it feels like it, but it'll be like a long time because I have like hard drives that are hurt. That have like hella movies. I have like 500, 1,000 movies on these things. I plug into a computer. I mean a smart TV, and there you go. Plug it in all day. So yeah, let me know. I got you. I have plenty of hard drives.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, computer world, I got you. That's not hard. I can teach anybody in the universe. Once again, coding, programming, software, that's above me. But respectfully, when I say this, I live my life as simple as possible. Computer world's simple as possible. That's why when I speak, geeky talk with other geeks wise, in the computer world, they don't like the way I speak because it's easy like that. Life's like that. It's the person in the mirror. I know it sounds kind of fucked up.
Have you talked to that one cat?
Who's that?
Have you talked to that one cat from Romania? Have you spoken to him lately?
Yeah, that's Jack. We just got off. I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's Jack.
That was Jack.
Okay, well, dude, he's such
he's deep.
An enigma. He's such an interesting dude.
No, yeah, he's cool people.
The night I was on, I met him.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He was sick because I had
Right.
Okay.
No,
Mm-hmm. Sometimes people can talk the talk, and that man can definitely talk it.
No, he does. But once again, I tell you respectfully, he goes deep. Remember, he's a coder programmer. In his head, everything has to be like, he's got to go fucking deep. And that's why he like the way he speaks. So he's not just black and white. Yeah, it's that. I told him, Jack, no disrespect-wise, but my tattoo, the bottle doesn't need you need the bottle. And, we're going back and forth a little bit. Why? Like, I'm not being rude to you, but, everyday above ground, you have choices. You don't have to drink that shit, right? Why do you go after it? Why do you need it? We're just trying to figure it out. Once again, I'm being respectful wise. I get the situation, but I told him, in my head, I've been around drugs, alcohol, pills, right? I know I didn't need it at all. I know the outcome situation. I seen all my family friends stuck on that shit, fucking zombies. So I didn't get a thought, you know what? 2008, go to a bad breakup and bullshit. Actually 09 wise, DV, it was a fucking bad situation. I didn't think to myself, you know what? I'm gonna get drugs, alcohol, pills, because I know it can't fail to save me. It won't let me the fuck up. And I said respectful ways, yes. People with the shit, I get it. Once again, I'm not trying to be too respectful wise, but in my situation, I can't speak on addiction because I didn't fall to that point, respectfully wise. And as I tell them, you're smart and all this, but you make it complex. And that's what he does. Well, try these exercises. I go, I'm trying to tell you, I am healed. These are just scars. I comprehend everything that happened to me today to fucking when I was 5 years old. I have nothing against my parents. That's what I say all the time. What's up, little guys? Hermano, that's what I say. My family, right, from Washington State all the way to Mexico, back to motherland Spain, none of my family, zero, cannot teach me any of this. They'll teach me go to church, lead in God's hands, and that's it. I'm like, well, did you know God can't forgive you and save you? He can hold your hand and guide you, but that's my journey, that's their journey. He gave us free will. So he doesn't like the way I think. That's why he got a breastbone and got off. Because he's obviously, he's trying to figure it out. Respectfully wise. So he'll jump on eventually again. But if you want to see the session, Cyrano, it's on my Twitch actually. It's still going. So go to twitch.com.
Hey, what's the scariest? Hey, what's the scariest story you what's the scariest shit you been through?
Scariest thing? Like in...
I got a good one. Hey,
go
like
some
ghost shit, like some ghost shit. Like some real scary shit. What's the last? Hey, what was like the shit that really spooked you? Like, oh shit. I'll tell you one.
I think you don't really.
All right, man, go ahead.
But respond respectfully. I'm not trying to do that.
I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna light my joint up. Hold on. Okay.
Bob Marley, here we come.
Turn on. Let you get ready.
Right. Oh shit.
Alright. You know Little Gas?
Yeah. My peoples are here.
Okay, cool. Let me add you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, these cool people. Yeah. Everyone grab your tag, show respect to each other.
Go ahead. Alright, you ready? Alright, so this happened to me in 2013. It was October. It was around Halloween. Might have been mid-October. And I live in North Carolina, and I live near an area where they had like a major like battleground. Like I live in where the Civil War was going down. Mm-hmm. So there is in Battleground there's a cemetery over there, and that's over in Greensboro. And I met up with some people that were ghost hunters, and they wanted to go in the graveyard and do a ghost hunting thing. And I never did nothing like that before, but I've always been interested in the paranormal. So I said, fuck it. And I was a younger man. So I went, met up with them. We went inside the graveyard. As soon as we went inside the graveyard, there was a blast of cold air just hit us as soon as we go through the open gates. It looked, the fucking gates of the cemetery looked like the intro of the Crypt Keeper. Like you just go in the gates of the damn cemetery and shit like that. So we go in, and as soon as we walk in, a blast of cold air hits us, and it was, let's see how many people. It was me, the guy. There was a guy on a camera, and then there was a friend. So all three of those guys were friends, and they were together. And I just met up with them. I met up with them because I met the guy that was leading it at a bar one night, and I said I'll go out with y'all, to do a ghost hunting thing. Yeah. And so we go a little bit further through the trail, and the guy that invited me, he had a flashlight. It was a really good flashlight. It had the nice beam, like you could see everything. Right. So he was hitting everything, and he was calling out the spirits in that graveyard. He was like, "Hey, come on out." Who's out there? Nothing was going on. Nothing happened at all. And the whole time I was out there, like I had my defenses was up. I had a knife in my hand the whole time. Like I had it in my coat pocket. And I had it drawn. My blade was drawn the whole time. I had it in my hand. I wore some work boots. I had some steel toe boots on. I put on a couple layers of clothes. Like I want to be comfortable because it was a particularly cold night. But at the same time, I want to be ready if I need to stomp on something, or if I need some wet something up. I was gonna attack it. Yeah. Yeah. And So, like I said, nothing happened. Nothing happened when he was calling out these spirits, and then it just so happened this man, they were loaded up on alcohol, and this man he decides it was a good idea to piss on the trail. So he pisses right in the middle of the trail of the graveyard, and it wasn't even like moments later. And this wasn't like at like the witching hour. This was probably about 11 at night, maybe even in the 10 o'clock era. But this 11 or 10 o'clock at night. This shit was going down in the graveyard. Okay. And so as soon as he got done pissing, like I said, it wasn't even moments later. We started hearing it was like a gurgling, like it was like, fuck. I'll never forget that fucking noise. Like gurgling for like a breath of air.
Cucuy. Fuck all that.
Demonic noise. It sounded like something off of like a heavy, like Cradle of Filth. Okay. It sounded like some of a heavy metal fucking album, like just like evil, fucking evil, crying out.
Who are you with?
Three guys that said they were ghost hunters. Three guys that said they were ghost hunters. Yeah, and
did you have to pay money?
No, they're buddies.
No, I was hanging out with some people. Like nobody was supposed to be in the graveyard at that hour. You're not supposed to go to the graveyard. You know what I mean?
Certain hours.
There's hours of operations.
Right.
Like that, so we kind of basically snuck in. In. But I mean, the graveyard is a place like, damn, you can go in the graveyard if you want to at night, but go on at your own risk. And we did. Yeah. And we found this fucking creature that was out there that was fucking in the graveyard. So the stupid ass said, "Hey, did y'all hear that?" And like all three of us, like, yeah, all of us, yes, we heard that, we heard it. So he's shining his flashlight around, trying to find that noise. Yeah. And it's making that same noise. It's just like this cackling, evil, demonic noise I did earlier. It was doing that, yelling it out in the graveyard.
It's probably somebody.
No. Let me finish, bro. Let me finish. Yes. Let me finish. He finds it. He flashes his light on it, and it was a fucking it was a demon. This fucking thing was glowing in the fucking dark, bro. Yes. Let me describe.
Go for it. I want to hear this.
Let me take you there.
Were you guys faded on acid?
No, dude. I'm not laughing. I'm telling you.
No. I'm hearing this. His gas is funny.
Yeah, but they, like I said, they were drinking. I wasn't.
Right, you were sober.
But so he catches this thing, and it was glowing like remember those old stars and the planets that you stick on the ceiling?
Yeah.
It glowed like a damn Scooby-Doo ghost.
Oh,
it had that neon,
right.
Neon, like greenish color to it.
Okay.
And it was glowing in the dark, and this damn it was a canine looking creature, and it was popping in from tombstones. It was showing its face. Yeah. Its eyes was glowing, and it was ducking its head behind tombstones, and it'd go between tombstones. Bro, check this out. It'd go between tombstones, but you wouldn't see it move.
What?
This shit scared the fuck out of me, man, and I swear to God, I'm not lying.
No,
on everything. This is what I saw. I saw a demon that night.
Fuck all that.
And later on, we were walking through the trail.
Was it your ex-wife?
No, dude. This was something from hell, man. This was something evil. I don't know what the fuck. I know what it was. I'll never go back to the grave and do this again.
What part was this?
I told you I live in North Carolina. It's over here on the east side.
Okay. Oh yeah, then there's some crazy shit going on over there. Whoa.
Yeah, and you gotta tell me why you want to hear a ghost story, because I just told you one, and you gotta tell me if you got one that could. You can tell me if you got one, because that was my ghost story, man.
Hey, sir, no.
I've seen. No, but check me out, man. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've always been interested in supernatural things, paranormal, unexplainable phenomenons. I've always been interested in that type of aspect of life, and because I've had personal experience with that type of stuff. And I've seen poltergeists. I've seen things fly
hell
around the room.
no.
You know, I've seen things like that. But I'm telling
Yeah.
that was the scariest story.
Were you faded on shrooms or anything?
No, dude, no. I was sober.
It's
I was sober.
Sarah Noah.
I was
Go on
sober.
the camera.
when I
Let me see how you look. Let me see how you look. I can tell by your eyes if you're lying.
You don't have to believe me.
Sarah-
You don't have to believe me.
Sarah Noah.
You want to hear a ghost story, and I told you it.
Hey, Sarah Noah.
And actually, that.
No, I believe you. Hey, Sarah Noah.
You say what?
Yes.
Sarah Noah.
Ghost story.
Real fast,
I was
Lauren.
living in
Real fast, Lauren. Sarah Noah. So when you saw the demon, what happened? Like after that, you know how you said it went in between the tombstones. What happened after that? Like did it leave or did it chase you?
It was popping up between tombstones, and it was showing itself, and like it had that glowing aura around it.
Right.
And I'm sure you were familiar with this. Have you seen the Mexican chupacabra? How it looks like a dog with mane?
Right.
That's exactly what it looked like.
Fuck.
That's exactly what it looked like. It looked like a dog with mange. It had leathery skin.
Yeah.
Because it was a pale creature.
Yeah.
A dog, a canine, and it was emitting that greenish gray light to it. That
Right.
It glowed in the dark. After it was popping up between tombstones, I went a little bit further on the trail with these guys. They the guy told me that this is where it ended.
Okay.
So the guy told me, he's like, hey, this is called a demon tree. Touch it.
A demon
And
tree?
I fucking touched that thing, and it was hot. Exactly. I shouldn't have touched it. I touched the damn tree, and it was hot in the middle of in a like maybe 50-40 degree weather night. It was emitting heat.
Really?
And it got me entranced, and I was fixated on the trees emitting this heat.
Okay.
And next thing you know, this damn creature jumps up. I hear it like screaming, and behind me,
Oh,
and it
fuck all
jumps
that.
up, lunges at me. No, it lunges at me.
Oh, hell no.
And I can feel the heat. I can feel the fang off of its tooth. I can feel the heat off its breath. I can feel the spit from
Fuck all
it.
that.
It was about to attack me.
Yeah.
It was about to attack me, but then I hear it like something fucking attacked it. Something attacked me and protect me. And my uncle told me, you know what it was? And I already knew what I thought in my spirit, what I thought it was.
Yeah.
It was saved me.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He was telling me, I said it was Jesus, because I'm a Christian. I said it was Jesus that saved me. He said, no, it was the Saint Michael. He said it was the angel.
Why would you go over there and do that?
I'll never do it again, man. I'll never do it again. I'll never go back. I'll promise you. You'd have to pay me the right amount of money for me to ever go back in that graveyard.
Hey, those Ghostbusters are professional.
You have to pay me Ghostbuster money to go in that motherfucking graveyard again.
Nah, I'm cool. I leave that alone. Like that spiritual world, respectfully, like 40 and 70 in the Matrix, of the 10D. I let them be like, hey, that's their world. Show no respect. Don't get involved.
Let them rest.
You can try, you can try to get involved, but hey, when it starts following you because they're bored, and guess what? It's not because they're bored, because you want to taunt them. Respectfully when I say that, So that's why I leave those realms alone. I believe your story. I do many one-on-ones. I've heard many stories. I'm like, I can't speak on it. I haven't really observed it. I pray for you, and that's it. Try to leave that shit alone best as possible. But if you want to keep taunting them, that's definitely your choice. Respectfully.
Right, Lauren. You should get Lauren up on the center the center screen, and so she can tell her story.
Yeah. Let me switch it up. There it is. Boom. And then Sarah Noah. Starfire says, I'm a minister that has had to remove possessions. I understand paranormal. So you see you inbox them if you want. Everyone talking about that. That's cool. That's why that's social media.
And
Everybody has their own realms. Everybody has their own gifts.
Thank you, Starfire.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
I can relate to you if you want to talk about it. Oh, hell,
Yeah.
Excuse me. I appreciate. Thank you. Definitely thank you. I want to talk to you about it. I'd love to talk to you about just like things like that, phenomenons and supernatural things. And honestly, thank God for people like you that believe in holy powers and all that for healing, man.
Yeah. Almost
for healing,
definitely.
Starfire.
Yeah.
God bless you, Starfire.
Yeah. I believe in that. Well, no, I don't believe in that stuff. But I've seen it, though.
Oh, what did you
I
see?
seen it on
Or
her.
how did you see it? How did you see it? What happened?
Like, when I moved to North Carolina,
Oh, you're from
Yeah,
North Carolina
I
too?
did not
Oh,
go.
shit.
Oh.
Hey, you know my
Hey,
first
Rito,
time-
Rito,
You know
I
what I'm talking about.
I seen nothing but black folks. Yo,
Hey,
my
Lauren.
whole demeanor was shocked
Lauren,
when I moved to North Carolina.
real fast,
Wait,
hermana.
what happened?
Lauren, what part of what part of North Carolina?
Raleigh, Durham.
My sister lives there.
Oh shit.
And what happened?
Like, when I moved there, like I was like culture shock, yo. I ain't seen that much black folks in my life. Like, I just ain't never seen a lot of black people. Never.
You seen, hold up,
Like,
and you seen a lot of what?
I said I never seen a lot of black people.
And what happened?
Because where I'm from, there's not a lot of
Spirits
black
attached to
folks.
people
You know,
and have to remove them.
there's not a lot of black
Oh,
people.
that's cool stuff, right? That's your world.
It's-
4070, not my world.
it's
Hey,
like a-
Respectful.
Lauren, I got a question for you.
What?
Do you still live in Raleigh?
No, not no more. Heck no. I had to get out of there.
Hey,
I
hey,
got
you
out
know what?
of there.
My
That was
sister,
just
my
much
sister
for
lives
me.
there. My
Oh,
sister
that's
lives there.
cool.
I don't. Tell me if you noticed this or not. But you said you've noticed a lot of like black people in the community. Have you noticed
Yeah.
the heavy population of Indian people in that community? Because I didn't notice it till my sister brought it up, and I was over there spending time with her. But it's heavily populated with Indian people. I don't know if you've noticed that or not, but
No, all I seen was black folks.
Okay.
All I seen was black. I didn't see no white. I didn't see nothing else but black.
Huh.
Like, that was like culture shock to me. Like, it was a culture shock.
What was the culture shock?
Hey, Carmen. How you doing?
Not knowing
Yeah.
that it was a
Hello.
slavery state. Like I didn't know that it was I knew it was a slavery state, but I didn't, I wasn't thinking like, oh, okay, it was.
So
wait,
what happened? Number one.
It was a lot, to see a lot. It was just culture shock, and when I moved there, I was living next door to this lady.
Mm-hmm.
She was like a old, what was she? She was back when slavery stopped, whatever, like Jim Crow, them days.
Okay.
And so she was an elderly lady, and she would tell stories, like, because everybody knew her as the story lady, because she told stories. And so knowing my crazy ass self, because, I didn't listen to everybody, so she was telling the stories where that, you still can see dead people walking, and you still can, like smell the food, like smell the gumbo and all that good stuff when you're walking.
Mm-hmm.
So so I'm listening to all of it, I'm listening to all her little stories, how you can listen to the people singing music outside, and, you still can see you can see the slavery people walking the streets, and, people are hanging. So, and I'm thinking to myself, it's like, okay, do I believe her? Do I don't believe her? So, I'm walking like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not seeing no
Hey, girl, live.
No, I'm not, I'm not seeing no slaves. I'm not seeing, but I do smell the food, though. Now, I can honestly say, okay, she right about you can smell the gumbo, you can smell some food.
Yeah.
Because I was smelling some food while I was walking.
Okay.
Because I kept on telling myself, it's like, where all that good food coming from? Like, where those smell of food coming from? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, you don't see it, but you do smell it, like she said.
After this conversation.
And so
Thank
I
you.
walk like all the time, and I never seen it, but I smelled it.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't hear voices, but it's just like creaking. So I told myself, I got to go. I can't live there, like, you know, because the smell got to me, you know, and the, you know, the little, yeah, you know, the crickets here and there, you know, you hear the crickets, and yeah, like, yeah, that got to me, so, yeah.
No bueno.
But it was good, though, you know. But, yeah, I said to myself, that's not me.
That storyteller would had like a supernatural power to her stories. She'd take you there and bring all the senses out when you were listening to her stories being told, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. I used to listen to it all the time. You know. I mean, you know, some of it was true. I mean, you know, about smelling the food. You know, that was true. You know. You know, smell the food.
That's
Yeah, that
a
was
really
a lot.
interesting story, way less scary than
Oh yeah,
than,
so no, it's just,
dealing with a demon.
yeah, no, yeah.
I like that story though. I like that because it is kind of spooky that like she could illustrate those points to where like she'd take you to smell the foods. She really had a paintbrush in her hand. She was telling them stories. Sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, you lived through it, so you know, I mean.
I'm good.
Did
It
you
was hard not to believe her because you're the old woman who lived through it.
Right.
Did you ever see that movie, Song of the South?
No.
Okay, well, it just reminds me of that.
I don't look at slavery movies like that. I don't look at those now.
Okay, well.
They kind of scare me a little bit. A little bit, but not a lot. But just a little bit.
Yeah, that reminds me of, I mean, that movie, well, it was kind of a wholesome movie, even though it got, kind of banned. It got banned. It was a Disney movie. It's called The Song of the South.
Really?
And, yeah, they had a ride based off of The Song of the South. They shut it down because of, cancer culture and all that stuff. And, if you look it up, it's called Song of the South. It's a really good movie, but it has to deal with slavery and,
Yeah.
it has to deal with some of that stuff. And the main character in the story, that was a black man. He was a storyteller, and that was his gift, and that was part of it. He'd tell stories and stuff like that. And, you know, I know that has to be a cultural thing. There's some a lot of gifts in the black community that storytelling is definitely, well, it's a gift for man, period. But I believe that, that's
But they lived through it, you know.
connected in a way.
Yeah.
Story because they lived.
Correct.
You know, that was life. You know, they lived through it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it was shocking. I mean, it was scary, but shocking at the same time. Well, dang, wow.
I can't believe Lil Gas got this little ghost story thing started up and he disappeared.
No, he'd be asking questions. Last time we were doing a conversation, which it was kind of, remember, everybody, like me, I try to leave beautiful conversations, religion, culture, and stuff like that, right? Because everybody has their way of thinking. The intent is you're open-minded, we talk about, but if you're narrow-minded and you have no patience, you trigger people. So Jack was on here, right? And they asked about the whole thing with God, but he's an atheist, right? Well, nothing wrong with that. Other kids jump up and try to give him shit, well, he's always atheists. People, atheists are slow and dumb. I was like, so all atheists are slow and dumb? Just automatically, I was like, but you say you love God and you're a Christian, all this, but you're talking your BS respectfully. Would God or Jesus be doing that? That very much. Everybody has their way of thinking. Well, he should be doing something. That's his choice. You know that, right? Every day above ground, every caregiver teaches whatever. Your God can be a rock. Well, you don't have to be. You can be atheist if you want to, but you can't force to praise him. And that's I tell them. Respect. That's what it's called Bible thumping. Well, everyone should be doing God. Like that's definitely people's choice. You know that, right? But whatever. So accept and not judge. Exactly. So with that said, like that's why I try to avoid this conversation. So you know the way Jack speaks. You know, and people get offended really fast, especially when they're reminded and when he speaks all big words and stuff, and they get he loses them. And they definitive about it. So I try to avoid this comment. Like, after that situation, I let it go. But after I got a lot of DMs, what the hell was that? Like, I know, I just let it go. I just want to see how far I was going to go. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, open-minded people and narrow-minded people. So if you're open-minded, you have a lot of patience. Narrow-minded, very little patience. So try to watch the applications and what conversations you have, especially when you have like the whole squad on here, etc. So yeah. But than that, it was a good session. So.
I like to
Mm-hmm.
I like to be on I'd like for you to host a seasonal thing or like if it was like October, if you did some like special episodes like for something like this.
Hey, that'd be cool. Whenever, yeah. When it comes to time, let's do that. I'll be down with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, I love hearing these stories because remember, everybody has their own way of the things. If they're 40, 70, 10 in the Matrix, you'll see stuff like that. I respectfully haven't messed with that at all. Like I know of it, but I won't get involved with it. Respectfully.
You got one? You got a scary story? You got something that happened to you? Anything like that?
Me personally?
Yeah.
Patient people don't react. We respond correctly. Oh yeah, exactly. Patient, well-minded. We're just observant. I'm studying everybody I talk to. So with that said, me personally wise, story like scary stuff like. The most I could say, like, either my mind was messing with me wise or it was legit, was like, I don't know if it was anything, but back in the day I was maybe like 12 years old. Supposedly if you run around your house, right, as fast as you can, like, I forget the number, like 10 times, 13 times, some number, right? And then you run to your bathroom and then you go, look in the mirror and then you look outside, you'll see like a spirit or demon. So I could say I saw something, it smiled at me and shit, and I was like, yeah, first time and last time doing that bullshit. Yeah, I'll leave that world alone. So that's my scariest thing. Oh, I take it back. That's one of them. Another one, maybe it was maybe a mindfuck potentially, because what scared me like I don't do scary movies in general, right? I avoid that situation best as like, that's so me personally like Chucky ruined it for me. So with that said, there was one day like I was maybe they're paranoid from the fucking movie, but. I thought one of my little brothers underneath the bed, right? One of the twins. Because I saw little feet come out and shit, and then they crawled underneath the bed, and I told my brother, hey, get out. And he's like, what? And then I go out in the living room, and my twin brother's out there, and they're small, I don't know, maybe a year, 2 years old. I'm like, what the fuck? I look in the bed, nothing's there. I'm like, is my mind fucking with me, or is this doll visiting my ass? So that's my second thing for me personally. Yeah. After that, I don't do dolls.
You were young too when you had that?
I was maybe like shit.
You saw the feet going underneath.
Yeah, I was.
Bed. You were young.
Yeah, I was young. I was about like 9 years old. That was, and those probably happened about the same year, I believe, a year after, because I saw the Chucky doll's first feet, and then I thought my little brother, but it wasn't apparently. Then the one with the whole thing run the house. Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I want to call you Rita. Dude, I heard several times that children, their innocence they connect them to supernatural.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
And both your stories related that. And I can think of times when I was like impressionable. I can remember I can remember times when I was little, seeing things that were like taking place in the supernatural.
Correct. And that's it.
But you got that big imagination and stuff like that.
Right.
You see those videos where kids like. The mom, like for instance, the mom be like, "So who are you talking to, son?" He's like,
"Oh yeah, it's time to their friend, right?"
Like you say, they're talking to a dead relative, or
right?
something, you know what I mean? It's relative.
Exactly. Starfire.
It makes a point. I mean,
very well said.
It's legends.
No, it is. And remember,
open-hearted.
we humans,
And
remember
don't have
this.
a closed mind. Yeah, true.
Yeah, our
True,
kids.
the innocence.
Yeah, no, they're pure, quote unquote. First and foremost. Second of all, remember, for the most part, it's their little world. Us parents are the caregivers, right? So let's say my kids tell me, hey, like me, I've seen my kids talk to them. I let them talk. I don't be like, hey, who you talking to? That you're crazy. Nah. That's why when they get older, that's part of the matrix world. That's part of the spiritual world. They've been talking to them, and then when they start opening the mind, oh, you're crazy. You go see a doctor. Like, go know with your kid. Your kid not crazy. There's shit we don't see because we got lost in the matrix. Man-made bullshit blinded the situation, and now we deal with depression, anxiety, toxic relationship. We're fucking losing ourselves when it should have been easy and understand this in the very beginning, not knowing. So kids are very, very smart. So when they see shit, and the dogs see shit, animals see, they seeing shit. Don't get scared. But just don't taunt
I
shit.
definitely want to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. I want to check out one of Starfire's rooms because I'd love if I bet since she's into this, she knows this something that she's into. I would love to hear her host something about or share about her. Get on in your panel even and share a little bit about her story and dealing with it.
Oh yeah, that's not my world.
Prayers
That's
protection and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, I don't talk publicly about it. Oh yeah, well,
Okay.
because of roles. So I get
respect it.
I get the
respect that.
roles. That's my situation. Like I remember once in a while, boys and girls. If you ever hear that, remember for the most part, I'm fucking out here 5-6 times a week, right? So with that said, like if magically you ever hear my ass, like, oh, guess what happened, Rito? You feel you reached to my family, I off my fucking dump because I had suicide thoughts. No, they at least got to me. I'm saying too much. When I simplify it, the answer to the universe is a person in the mirror. That's life. I don't know if I told you that last week, Wise, but last Wednesday, Cam is Washington, right? Some lady was there. She saw my tattoos, and I'm always being observant no matter what, especially my peripheral, right? And I noticed she was looking at me, but I was busy helping customers, right? Talking and vibing. I talked to everybody, and she waited patiently, Wise. And then from there, she's like, if I talk, I'm right, so I can't. Right, exactly. Whatchamacallit, so she was looking at my tattoos, not knowing, right? She's like, can you tell me about your tattoos? Because I love the words that they are, and I just wrote down the story-wise, right? And I told her my tattoos, all this, and I go, so with that said, and she's probably maybe like, I don't know, I'm assuming like 55, 60, right? I remember this woman, I don't know her from Adams at all. A customer, my pop's little stand, I'm just talking vibing, ink therapy gets attention, right? So I told her, so all this conversation and to break down my tattoos, I go, do you know the answer to life? And she's like, no. The answer to life is the person in the mirror, and I showed her this tattoo. And my other one says, mirror, mirror. I told her I'm going to tattoo where Jesus got stabbed in the ribcage, the riddle for the universe. Who's the problem? The person in the mirror, the person looking in the mirror. And when I told her that, she just cried. I don't know her from Adams. And she put my hand on her shoulder, and nods her head and just walks away. It's crazy. I'm just like, and everyone's like, what happened to her? I was like, well.
A complete stranger cried in your shoulder, man. That's a testament of, I'm proud of you for just being a positive person.
Thank you,
and
man.
a shoulder to cry on. My salute to you for being that person in this world that we all need more people that will just lead for good intentions.
Yeah.
And a testament of the pain. The pain out here in the world, like there's so many people
struggling.
that they can't open up about it.
Correct.
But we're all hurting, and that woman was able to.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
To
I love
relate
it.
to you
I love
and
it.
embraced you.
Yeah,
Embraced you because like you are that dude. You are that dude. I'm like I said. Every time I get on your show, I'm gonna say you should. I see you in a suit and hosting a show on TV, bro.
That'd be awesome. I
I'm
love
your
that.
manager. Back you up, bro.
Yeah, I love that. I tell you, I say all the time, in my head, Joe Rogan status physically not there because I'm not pushing content. That's why tomorrow I'm going to actually finally push content. So I'm going to push all these, make 1 minute TikToks out of it, TTs, put on my platforms, on all platforms, put subtitles so you can try to understand what I'm saying. And then from there, just push content, like respectfully, jump into live. I challenge the universe on my conversation. And from there, wise, let's hear a story. Like, if you're going through it, it's all my conversation. If you want to talk about it, I'm not used to in the comments, DMs, that type of, I'm always in your pocket. You can reach out whenever you want to. Like, I'm not better than nobody was. We can all go through a healing, awake, eventually woke journey. With a support team. A support team makes it a lot easier because we give you ideas, options, scenarios, something to work with so you don't feel alone. because you're overthinking whoops your ass, you know, every day above ground. So that's what I tell people. I just tell a story. That's why Jack is by the way I speak. So you're the only one person in the universe. I'm gonna go, well, respectfully, I haven't met another person. I met, you know, a lot of awakened. Yes, you know, there has to be woke out there. Because once again, I am not better than nobody wise. But when you say you're woke, hashtag woke. So we can have this conversation. We all have analogies, metaphors, the way we speak, ideas, right? So with that said, like, I am not better, vice versa. There should be no altercation between us at all. No matter how we speak. Like, oh yeah, that's the way you think. I get where you're coming from. Let me speak the way I speak. And, oh shit, hell yeah. We both comprehend each other. It's just different analogies, different metaphors, different knowledge, wisdom, and notes. But we know exactly where we're coming from. So with Jack, that's too much for him. Respectfully, that's for him too much for him to, you know, to wrap around his head. Respectfully, why did I say that? That's. Hey, Jen Puppy, how you doing? How's it going? So that's why you kind of get off the live, because, you know, it's a lot to grasp at once. That's the time. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm better than nobody, man. I'm just trying to tell a story, and that's it. Oh, you know, you can say the whole world could jump on here. I just love talking about the universe, you know. I love hearing people's stories. You know, if you want to talk a vibe, yo, let's do this, you know. It's not for myself when I say respectfully wise. It's for everyone behind the screen. I chose to do this 3 years ago. I've been saying this for 3 years of my life now. So I would say to my last dying breath, and I'll keep saying the exact same thing word for word. So.
Yeah, and
So.
this is the lesson learned.
Mhm.
I know how to keep my eyes open.
I'm so traumatized, baby.
When
Oh yeah,
I'm
start
wrong.
fire day by day baby steps, man. Support team. I promise, support team's a lot easier. Everyone you can talk to, you vent to, up here, let that shit out. Keeping things bottled up in your mansion, very, very unhealthy. Very unhealthy. And potentially, if you get triggered by petty ass words, which happen, you do reactive use. That was not your intent, but the narcissist traits come out because you got triggered. First you're bothered. Built anger is a forewarning you're about to peek the fuck out to hatred. Your narcissist traits come out. Hate, pride, ego, lust, greed, power. It's a premeditated choice. You know, you gotta be very cautious with that.
Your number one is always.
I'm sorry?
That's your number one. Number one is always going to be family. Because it's how he was raised. How he was brought up.
As long as they're supportive, yes. But if they're not supportive and being toxic, then you gotta make a choice. Stay or not stay. You know, but if you want to break it down thirdly wise, true happiness, unconditional love and support is the person mirror. It's you. Like me personally, when I go to my Twitch right, and all 3 years ago, all this, my ink, when I go on live, my one-on-ones, and I rewatch it, I get excited. Like, you know, respect when I say this. Remember, my pride and ego that I know how to control, right? I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I love the way I speak. I try to simplify it best as possible, and I'm doing it. A lot of people get offended the way I'm speaking. Because that's what they tell me at the markets, you know, because if Seattle, they're extroverts, they're like, oh, so it's just that easy. If you break down life, it is. But it's your choice. You don't have to comprehend anything I just told you. Everybody has their own journey. But I promise you, 1,000 support team, the more the merrier you event, you will progress a lot faster by yourself. I can promise you that.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
No, mine was toxic as a child. Oh, I get that part for sure.
Right. But, but what I'm saying is that
Mm-hmm.
when you first learn how to talk,
Mm-hmm.
speak,
Mm-hmm.
and you get your grammar is from your family, from your mom and dad.
Correct. Very well said.
That's when you know how to talk.
Right.
You learn how to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your first teacher? Your mom, your dad is your first teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that said done, if they didn't teach you how to speak, they didn't teach you how to talk to people, yeah, it's going to be your mom and your dad's fault because they didn't teach you how to talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't teach you how to speak to people.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be their fault.
Right. Very well said.
At the end of the day, family.
For sure.
Because family is your first enemy.
Well, enemy, yeah. Enemy, yeah. That for sure. That's why.
I like that. That's a lot to think about.
No, well, yeah.
That's a lot to marinate on.
Oh yeah, that's what I tell people. Be observant of your family. Like, I mean, yeah, blood family, right? But remember, my blood family thinks I'm crazy. Like, for example, like they'll talk to me in front of my face. What's up with you? How's the kids? Co-parenting, blah blah. Behind closed doors, on this phone, Everyone's gossiping about me. Everyone telling me, like, my ex was like, hey, you know, they're talking. I go, they tell me, like, my ex was telling me, do you know they're talking about you? I'd be like, is it brown people like us? I go, respectfully, the brown person's vote is the last motherfucker in the whole universe I give a shit about, because none of you can't teach me shit. Hispanic, especially the boys, can't teach me shit. This is Japanese to them. I give no fucks what they say about me. I care about everyone else's vote versus a brown person, because we're not talking about this shit. I don't live with toxicity. Y'all can make fun of me and hurt my feelings, but I go home to myself. I love myself. My home is my peace, my aura. Y'all go home, but you can't go by. You try to go by yourself. You try to, but you sit there alone. Deal with loneliness. I need a body. Why do you need a body? You should want someone if you want you first and foremost. You haven't detoxed with codependency yet. Well, that's a struggle. And yes, I make it sound easy, but I preach about support teams, right? So that's I always preach about support teams. And as far as
that is true, puppy.
Grow from fixing those flaws from within. Them are some of the worst people you can have in your life. Not always the case for those. For sure, it depends. It's everyone has their own scenarios. That's why I tell people, like, fall back and study yourself. Like, remember this. Like, that's why I love TT-wise. Remember, my TT and my FYP, it's all spiritual, God, laughing therapy, right? All of us that are red pillars, educators, we all have our own analogies, metaphors, ways we speaking, notes, knowledge, and wisdom, but no one better than nobody, right? So I was watching this TT where this guy's like, okay, that whole analogy, like, life is like a cup, right? It gets full. So he's like, remember this is your life. And I was like, oh, it got my attention when he says that, because that's what I speak, right? He's all, your caregivers, keep it simple. Mom and dad's there, right? So you're a kid, they add to your cup, right? And then you go to middle school, high school, add to your cup. Keep it simple. You graduate. Now you become an adult. So your cup is full, you know that, right? So now you become an adult. You leave the nest and go to the world. The matrix-wise, you can do whatever you want to do. So with that said, you can empty the cup, right? Whatever you agree with your parents and anyone, siblings, cousins, then you agree the way you speak in, they taught you, put that in your cup. Middle school, high school, anything, put that in your cup. So now let's say it's a quarter or half full. Now what are you going to do with it? Now you do your own knowledge and wisdom. As you progress in life, you're talk to many people, meet a lot of people in the universe. Fill your own cup. Don't have your parents fill your cup for you. And then middle school, high school, college, man-made bullshit. It's your own cup. It's your own life. I was like, fucking beautiful. I love that shit. So that's what I mean. Respectfully, 3 years ago, what I do? Empty my cup. Took whatever my parents taught me, family and friends, till, 3 years of my life, basically, I broke down who I vibe with. That's why squares, empath, circle, narcissist. I fell back 3 years ago into a breakup, right? And my buddies taught me this. They told me that shit in 2000. When they saw me, like, remember, no tattoos, right? So I had my long hair braids, I look like a hoodlum and shit. So my boys tell me, hey, when I see you and I see your girlfriend, I think you're the bad guy.
That was me.
I think you're the bad guy. So, but when I hear, and I think your girl's like the innocent one, right? But when I hear you both speak to each other, I was like, oh shit, it's vice versa. Like, they're like, you're a square. I'm like, huh? What's a square? Empathetic. I'm like, empath. I'm like, you're a good person. Oh yeah, I don't hurt nobody. But that's your girl. Like, yeah. My girl, she's hella narcissistic. What do you mean she's a narcissist? I'm like, what's that? You're gonna learn. I pray she's not pregnant. I was like, well, matter of fact, she is. You know what they told me? I pray for you. That's what they told me. I pray for you. In 2,000. Never heard these terms in my fucking life. Square, circles, analogies. That's why I tied them up. Square, full heart, love, right? Circle narcissist, like broken heart. So with that said, opposites attract. Yeah, I found out the hard way. So that's why 3 years ago, fall back, study the terms and set it wise. Not just tell a story. I have nothing against nobody wise. So yeah, start all over again. I emptied my cup, start all over, and now we're talking about vibing, guys. I'm not better than nobody. I want everyone to get the life back. Respectfully,
I feel. Well, just like, I learned it's okay to be by yourself.
1,000.
You don't
Fuck
need
yeah.
another partner. That's what I learned.
Like
It took me about 5 years to learn that you don't need nobody. You just need a good word in yourself. That's what I learned.
And to others, I need this conversation. Starfire, hey, I'm happy, Starfire. Protect the energy, Starfire. If it depletes you, like a lot of my friends that, they're demigods, right? They're awakened Morpheuses, males and females. They hit me up and they're depleted, shedding tears. Like, I go, kings, queens, I love y'all. Did you know you can't finish it nobody wise? And they go, yes, but you and I have no money and power. We have no money and power. We can't. They're in a situation, we can pray for them, We can hold hand and guide them,
Right.
but we can't physically save them. And the second part, I don't have money and power. You don't have money and power. So what can we do? Control your energy every which way besides until we have that money and power. And even when we do get money and power, guess what happens, boys and girls? The fucking elites, loose disciples are watching us. You know that right there in these conversations. If they don't like what we're saying, or we make them look dumb, what's gonna happen? I'll put your fucking head sleep with the fishes. You know that, right? It happens all the fucking time. So you gotta be
Walk out.
you gotta be careful, you know? Respectfully.
Yep. That's why they
Don't
always
kill
sit there and
words. I come out
say,
leading back. Starfire, that's beautiful, dead ass. I love that. Sorry, go Lauren, I apologize.
yeah. I feel that one too.
Yeah, that's why the analogy which I'm gonna tell them it's not my saying, and Jordan Peterson, JP says it a lot, but it's no one's claimed it, but I'm gonna get tied on me. It says it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a garden in a war, and it's the truth. Once you master your narcissistic traits, you can become the warrior in the garden. You can demolish anybody with words. This conversation is easy as hell. You know, you match energy. You do what? It's called reverse psychology, and from there, add words on top of that and trigger them, and so on and so on, right? So, you can challenge anybody with words.
All day, every day.
Yes, sir. You're pretty cool. Thanks, Jim. I just tell a story, brother. All I do is tell a story. But I am not better than nobody in the universe. We can all go through the healing, awake, eventually woke journey. We can all become woke Neos and Trinities. But it's your journey. But a support team will hold you and guide you. We hold you and guide you. That's why Matrix is the best analogy, because red pill and blue pill, I'm gonna get tatted on me on my forearms. So when blue pill comes to me, oh, you're a blue pill. You see this? This is you right here. Read this shit. Try to comprehend it, but you're called an entertainer. Yes.
So that means that you still got more tattoos to get?
A lot more. Just words.
Like what, on your back? Your back?
My biggest one would be my back one, but this month I'm gonna, the intent to finish, my bicep. All this one and start this one, same thing. So the intent is to finish all my tattoos on my biceps, and then my neck. I'm gonna get like a little angel whisper in my ear. A little devil is gonna say God, Lucifer, consciousness, subconsciousness, yin, yang, right, wrong, positive, negative. Right here, it's gonna have the emojis. Gonna be the universe, the letter I for myself, popcorn, couch TV, all capital letters. It's gonna say free entertainment. Why? Because God, Lucifer, the universe, I eat up popcorn, free entertainment. Because all you blue pillars, even some red pillars, y'all still fall on the man-made bullshit. So you're free entertainment. I'm sorry.
I said you should get yourself some wings.
Some wings.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
You know.
I love that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I don't know if you talked about your spiritual higher power or not, but do you have a faith that you like? Can you talk about your spiritual beliefs a little bit?
Oh, as far as like God and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
okay.
where you stand with that.
Okay, you want to hear the crazy story then? Let's do this. I love that. I love this conversation. So with that said, right? Okay, so Blue Book conversation, right? Just got a can of Red Bull on your nose. Right? What you gonna call it? So I'm born and raised a Catholic. Blue Book conversations, right? You want to call me Catholic? Call me Catholic. I don't go to church personally wise. I go personally in my head every day. I go to church, right? So God. So what I said is God, Lucifer, the universe, and I are best friends. I comprehend the universe to the fullest. I have nothing against nobody, right? So, okay, the whole thing with God, right? Here we go. This is what I'm gonna tattoo. Also behind my ear. This one ear's gonna have the passage of Cain and Abel, because that's your first narcissistic sociopath psychopath, right? So this ear is gonna have the passage of Noah's Ark, 40 days, 40 nights. And respect when I say this, which I know I'm gonna treat a lot of people in the universe when talking about God part. Respect when I say this, that lets you know that God has narcissistic traits. Respect because why? He fleshed the universe for 40 days, 40 nights, trying to fix the situation. Respectfully, here we are today, right? So with that said, we have to all of us have free will, right? So So I still do believe in God, right? All of us will know the answer when we pass, right? So what I say now is like, back of my tattoo, when I get done, the very top of the cross is going to say, as long as you live godly, or something about God likewise, all the 10 commandments, Jesus like as individuals, and you are blessed as individual because I'm talking about you, not nobody else, right? So when I say this part, it's going to sound crazy, but what I believe is this, right? So let's say, imagine y'all heard these conversations before about social media wise, different red pillars, that I believe like I was an angel, right, in heaven. So an angel in heaven, we know everything. So we volunteer to come down here to help the humans out, right? To tell a story. But when you come here as a human form, you forget everything. You live the life of a human. Everything, blood, sweat, tears, everything. You will get demolished every which way. The intent is to go through your healing journey, awakening journey, eventually woke journey. When you become woke, you comprehend everything I just told you. You have nothing as nobody wise, and now you live this term in this lifetime to your last breath. So in my head, I'm shooting for triple digits. The intent is to live as long as possible, because remember, this vessel gonna last for so long. So I said analogies. You gotta take care of your body so your body takes care of you, right? So with that said, I might last long, I might not last long. If I don't last long, remember this. If y'all hear me that off my dome, no, I said too much. So I have to be careful with my tongue that I don't trigger the wrong people. Because blue pillars, they get off my dome. Gangbang mafiosos look like I do. Like when they tell me here locally, yo, what do you rep? You know what I tell them? God, Lucifer, Empath, Narcissist. Like, what the fuck is that? I go, respectfully, you and I are different. We look similar. My tattoos, your tattoos are opposite. You're the disciples, I'm God's disciple. We don't mix. But I can tell you a story if you want to talk and vibe. So you're fucking crazy, and just leave me alone. I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. So far, I'm being protected. But once again, someone can off my dome whenever they want to. But remember that, like, don't be scared to death. Like, respect when I say this. There's probably rules in the Matrix where, like, I'm not supposed to be saying this, right? So what am I supposed to do is keep this to myself and help people locally. Do not go on social media about this at all. But as I fuck that shit, respectfully wise, if I don't last long, oh well, at least somebody heard this shit. That's why me as an individual, I got hard drives. I tell everybody, do this, back your shit up, give these stuff to your partners, your kids, your family and friends. So when they do off your fucking dome, right, for saying what you're saying, positive manner, guess what? Technology carries the fuck on. They can, locally they can send you links to family and friends and shit. People on the shit. Well, guess what? This guy already passed it. No what?
I'm raising my hand.
Okay, what's up with nonsense? Go for it.
I'm raising it. You can't see me, but I am. I thought you was gonna braid your hair. What happened?
Oh, I said next week. That's the idea. Not right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why you leave me, babe? Baby.
I'm spiritual. And there's the existence of one. There's the existence of other. What?
I can't even do nothing because my man. Alexa, turn down 3 notches. Stupid bitch. Oh, she said, fuck you. Alexa, turn down 3 notches.
Yeah, so that's my story, Sarah. Sound crazy, right? But I'm blessed.
Like what I used to think.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like wonder.
Yeah.
Like it was like what the time that I was like getting help.
Okay.
Getting my brain, getting my brain together.
Okay.
Like I used to think to myself all the time about how I used to wanted a Christian man.
Okay.
But then I had to think to myself as like there's no Christian man, like there's no godly man.
What is your
And
good question.
Because like I used to like tell my friends all the time.
How come you say there's no godly man?
Christian man.
Sarah, Noah got offended. Just playing.
I'm a little.
Hey.
I'm just curious.
Oh.
Wait, and she told me all the time, like, there's no Christian man. There's no, what she used to tell me all the time?
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no real Christian man.
There ain't?
Men are not real. They're not Christian.
There's
not
zero?
man.
There's zero?
And, and you know, and so like, I used to think to myself, it's like,
Go for it.
is she like for real, or she just
A little bitter.
Just saying?
All right.
I feel like that was a big mindset. That was misguided.
Right, exactly.
That was misguided.
Very well said, Romano.
You know, so I like just tell myself, I was like, okay, well, you know, you're not gonna find a Christian man.
So well, and I love it.
So, like, I used to go all the time, like, you know, like, I'm not picky. It's just that I just want to understand that, you know, who don't eat.
Right.
You know, like,
right.
Like fellowship with.
Correct.
You know. And yeah, she used to tell me all the time, like, you're not gonna find yourself a Christian. They're not out there.
Right, but respectfulness.
But
well, remember this.
now I kind of more.
But to that, remember when it comes to religion, right? Remember, like Bible talk, right? Lucifer cannot step in God's house; he will catch on fire. But who can? Loose disciples can. Everyone has narcissist traits. That's how ladies, the religious ones. Who's the easiest person to go after that you can gas them, manipulate every which way, and then trauma bond, own them every which way? A person that's religious and they're virgin. Pure, right? So with that said, you can use your narcissist trait. I tell females in my life in general, my own ones, and see out the market. Like the virgins, they tell me, I'm like, check out, queen, I'm forewarning you. You gotta be very observant. I know you're pure, right? So in your head, everything is Care Bears. Everyone should show that respect because that's what you give. I know what you offer. I see that thousands of miles away. But if I can see that and observe that, imagine lose sight of people narcissistic, they can fucking gas and manipulate you. They can act nice, not be nice. Offer toxic love and less, no fucking love. Like, what do you mean? Did you know I can go to church with you, read the Bible, we can go door to door on fucking missions, right? But all I want out of you is lust. And here's the worst part. You are a virgin. You're pure. If I'm narcissistic, like my first baby mom was, and I do that to you, did you not get destroy you? I could trauma bond you. I could own you. I would become the slave master. You become the slave. I could cheat 1,000 fucking times. You would pray, I would manifest to change my ways, and you won't leave my side for a long time. Babies to be, marriage to be. And because religion, you believe that shit. That God can fix you and save me. He can go home and guide me, but it's my choice, my journey. You know that, right? So with that said, I tell him, cherish that shit and be very observant. If not, you will get destroyed. Then who do you blame? God, Lucifer? They didn't put a gun to your head, nor their head. We have free will.
No.
We have free will. So that's what I tell you. You gotta be observant. Yeah, you gotta be observant. All the answers are in front of your face. How so? Study everybody.
Exactly.
That's you won't
why.
Find a Christian man. If you're looking for one, you gotta let them come to you. 1,000 gem.
That's why she changed my mind. Like there ain't no Christian man. That's why I was all like, yeah, I believe her.
Religious half-life. There you go, Sarah Noah. Remember, religious.
That was back in the day, though.
Okay.
That was back in the day.
Okay.
Now, today, I don't think like that.
Well, that's good. Remember, that's people come and go in your life, right? They come in as a blessing, and when they leave us a lesson, it could be relationships, friendships, whatever situation. There could be one person in your fucking life at the bus stop. They could tell you something like, "Oh shit, well that seems kind of legit." Now you sit there pondering, and you're like, "Damn, I wish I could see him again." And you don't. Now you sit with a statement or something that told you, like, now you're dumbfounded, like, "Fuck, what do I do with this?" The cool thing is social media. Yo, jump on here, not make a comment. Hey, I was talking to somebody. It told me this. I'm dumbfounded. Like, I can't figure that out. But have you ever heard this by chance? Maybe I know. If not, let me tell them my people. I talk to a zillion people on this phone. Respectfully wise. Never mind.
I got a question. Would y'all explain about y'all's team, the Red Dragon? Because I know who I'm rooting for. Because there's no Christian men.
We're like a family. She's like a co-finder. And
the Red Dragons is our Bigo family. I am actually the co-founder.
Oh, okay, that's your family.
My founder is a female. My founder is actually a female.
Okay.
Box number 2 is Argent, and Lauren is a member.
Okay.
The red dragon picture you see on all of ours is our Bigo family banner.
The banner. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
What sport do y'all play?
Why, you want to join?
Yeah, honestly, I'm interested. Fucking, I'd love to
Join the squad.
be a guest. I'd be a guest and hang out with
If you
y'all.
want to join, I'm the one to talk to. I'll talk to my founder, and you can hit that button tonight if you want. You can just go to my name and hit a banner.
Hey, Sarah Noah.
To join. We're really cool. We don't do drama. We don't do bullying.
Hey, Sarah Noah.
Those are the rules.
Starfire
Okay.
and the squad is gonna have to jump you in, okay? Gang style, okay? Respectfully.
Jump you in. Shit.
Who's your daddy? Who's your mommy? Just play. I'm just playing.
I love that you have a sense of humor. Man.
Oh, hey, yo, you gotta have fun in life. I might be serious about life, but
Exactly.
yo, you gotta have fun in
And
life.
thank y'all for sharing. It's just odd. I'm like, wait a minute. I see one red dragon, 2 red dragons, and then
Am I getting overcome? What's going on?
Curiosity.
Yeah. No, yeah. Then that's a cool thing about like
you
families.
told me. Thank you for sharing, y'all.
Yeah.
And I like y'all's rules
Man, do
about.
I have to hold my headset out like this just for you to hear me? Yeah.
We hear you now. Yeah.
Unfortunately, baby, it's hard to hear you otherwise.
We always have.
Speaking
we
of
always
getting
fun.
jumped,
That's good,
you're
Jeffy.
getting jumped.
Don't worry about
earlier.
rocking the microphone.
Uh-oh. It went out again. We can't hear you.
You want me?
I am not on mute.
Oh, okay. There you are.
Yeah, there, right?
Hey, Jem Peppy. Would you say Jem Peppy? Yeah, sorry, cut out.
No, I told her she was rocking the pink headphones.
And drinking the water on the rocks. Yeah,
Don't
buddy.
laugh at me because I'm doing the same thing I do all the time. Don't laugh at me.
Hey, that's definitely your choice.
Where is love, the love? Man, that song kills me. Like, where is the love, people?
Well, it starts with you initially. Then your people around you, your support team, your family.
Yeah. See, it takes way too much time to find the right people nowadays. It's fucking bullshit.
Right, but that's why it starts with you, Mana. It starts with you.
Yeah. I mean, you can't even hang out and say whatever you want, hang out and do what you want until you find the right person.
Right. Patience is a virtue for sure. And just always be observant. Me personally, like, I've been 15 minutes single, celibate with myself. I go home to myself. My daughters are here, but like, I tell my daughters, like, why don't you see a partner by my side? Like, I'm not accepting nobody in my life if you haven't worked on yourself. Or you can actually have open conversations, respectfully wise. So it's about maturity level, open conversations, like, if you're going to shut down to push me away, I'm supposed to be your partner, pick you up when you're down, right?
Okay, Jen, Poppy, I love it. I love the gifts. Thank you. Thank you so much. If nobody else sends me gifts, they just think I'm stupid.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're not stupid. Everybody has their way of thinking.
No, you did. No, you did.
I
like you no nonsense. You're cool.
Wait a minute. Who just said that?
One of the red dragons. Think a wild
That
guess.
wasn't no Rito. What boy just said that?
Get a little darts or roll some dice.
Hey, sweetheart. Bam. The box. The box.
That's right.
On
It's good to see you in a good
That's
mood.
all I can afford, okay, Lorraine? I hear you.
It's all love.
Oh, that's not fair. Where's my it. There goes love.
A lot of love
That's
and support in this room.
1,000.
Grateful for you hosting the community, brother.
Oh yeah, no, this
You
is.
sent a bow and arrow.
I'm just
A
here
bow
for the
and
universe, you know.
arrow.
Always
I'm here for the universe.
Well, I need a real bow and arrow. I don't need no fake ass shit. I need
Cupid? You
real
want Cupid?
bow.
You want a real ass arrow?
Oh, that was Cupid. My bad. I was thinking about bow and arrow. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
I need
well.
real shit.
Okay.
I need the real. Because I mean, I done told you I don't like guns. I don't give a shit about guns.
Oh.
Yeah, same here.
Oh.
You know, I mean, I'll be there for them. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be there and like, you gotta let me shoot that. But what I'm just saying is, I like the bow and arrows. I like the knives.
There's
I like
okay.
the sword.
Oh.
You know, let me finish and tell you.
They never ever see that.
Who the fuck just cheers me?
Until you find the right man. That's what that.
Starfire out. Yeah. No. What I'm saying is, I mean, I don't have a problem with guns. I don't do guns. But if I had a chance to do a gun, then yeah, I'm gonna take that chance.
We're talking about guns.
But I'm just saying.
We're talking about a man. Oh my bad.
I don't know, baby girl. We talking about guns and swords and knives. What the hell's wrong with you? It's all right, girl.
I thought you were talking about a man.
Competition has changed directions so many times.
No. We talking
Are you
about
a,
knives,
like-
guns.
Are you like a weapons expert or something? You just got a
What the
fascination
Fuck,
for
just
them?
told me to put the liquid down. Drink water.
Oh, because you're drinking beer, because they see your beer bottle. That's why they say
So they want me to drink water.
This is my right hand, bro. My right hand.
they want you to drink water, not liquor.
No, he said water. He said water.
Turn up.
This is my
He said water.
myself.
Oh, and then
Yeah,
they say coffee.
no, I'm not doing no water. I just want some beer tour.
Mel, you know what? You're right.
Is that
I don't
Budweiser?
like. I don't like what you know. Ew, what's wrong with you? Who the fuck just said that?
Are you drinking Budweiser? It's me.
Yeah, that's about like.
Well, here.
I wasn't sure. Okay, it's platinum Budweiser.
You asked me about it. Like,
Then they call me everybody.
I need coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
3 hours or so for you.
Let's go to a diner.
I don't drink coffee.
Coffee and a meal, like some late night
Coffee.
buffalo wings and French fries.
Well, I guess I'd go somewhere else since y'all don't appreciate me.
Good.
No, you're
I can
appreciated.
drink coffee all day and stay up for like 5 days straight.
Oh god.
Ooh, no, see, we're not doing that. We're not doing that, okay? We're not doing that. We go to sleep tonight, okay? I mean, it might be 4 o'clock in the morning, but
Yeah, it's only 103.
we still go.
I'm not sure what happened to her.
Okay. I drink coffee with coffee. I drink some coffee.
Coffee sounds good right
The
now,
wood
man.
grain background's beautiful though. Love that background. And the dream catcher.
Yeah.
I know, isn't it beautiful? But see, the thing is,
Your backdrop is great.
I got my aunt on it and her hummingbird, and I lost them. But
Ideas, okay. Rito is a amazing person who
Facebook, TikTok squad.
just also a heart of gold.
This guy right here, Fred says hello. He taught me rejection is protection. I've been talking to him for almost a year. Huh?
Rejection is protection.
Oh yeah, he told me rejection is protection, which I'm gonna tell him this arm, right? So I taught him because he was going through like a On this
Yeah,
phone,
Bobby says.
he's like TT famous, right? To me, so you can meet people on these apps, right?
On tag on your other
What
phone?
happens?
Like a,
What happens when I get a cigarette?
Oh, okay. So you on tag on both phones?
I actually have multiple phones. I'll show you right now. I have a lot of phones.
Me too. I got like
He's
five
taking
dollars.
the Rito multiverse.
No, that's not fair.
Well,
I only got one
Sorry, guys.
phone. Yes.
Oh man,
No,
I,
I got one phone.
I'm dropping you guys. Sorry.
It is Wednesday, you're right. I have a friend of mine whose name is
I got tagged too on all my phones.
Let me show you. So right here, if it was live, there's be plenty of fish a day nap. This is Likee Squad. This is TikTok, Facebook, Twitch, and then this is Clubhouse. So yeah, all.
You got Clubhouse too?
Yeah, I do.
I'm on a Clubhouse too.
Yeah, Clubhouse. It's a live pod. So
I know. Oh man, I got Clubhouse.
yeah.
I got Clubhouse on my phones too.
I'm gonna have to check into that. Clubhouse is a good app to get. What's the
You should add me on Clubhouse.
She has really got me.
You should add me on Clubhouse.
It's just so much fun.
what's the Clubhouse about? You said it's just live.
Clubhouse?
It's a podcast
It's
basically.
almost like,
I know. We don't
yeah,
Podcast?
it's like Facebook.
We have that kind of
Well,
Clubhouse like Facebook,
it's you can,
Twitter,
yeah, it's
Twitch.
basically a live pod, and then you can have multiple people on there. The downfall is like this: you can have like 12 people. I think that you have to more people, like 20, right? But the intent is to regulate. Like you can bring a subject up. The downfall: you have adults or mind conversations. We have patients, take turns, and you have adult high schoolers. When you try to say your response, everybody jumps the fuck. It could be a fucking mess. I'm like, yo, I just go live. I don't care if they comment. It just saves on. You want to scope it out. This live is on there. So as an individual, I tell people like,
Clubhouse, same thing.
yeah, I tell people like, if you're 10, like whatever for networking wise. So but yeah, basically this app, but it's only audio. There's no video. Yeah, but there's no video. So
Clubhouse a hot.
yeah, no, it's
Clubhouse will have you mad.
oh, if you allow it to, yes. But that's why I go on multiple platforms to like push content everywhere. So now tomorrow I'll do my homework finally, and I'll actually make TTs out of it. These live sessions, like they'll hear this conversation, but they won't see it, right? I was thinking about, you know what? I can record it, but then I get to like the copyright issues. Like I don't want to be on camera, so you know what? I should leave it a mystery. They can hear who's talking wise, right? And I'm gonna just put on the TT wise and I clip it. Hey, this is the Bigo Likee session. This is the date. If you want to go to my podcast, YouTube, Spotify, there it is. If you actually want to go on the live, I'm sorry.
I said, why wouldn't you just put it on TV?
One more time, sorry.
I said, why won't you just put it on TV?
I've been telling them the same thing.
Oh well, I don't have money.
On television.
I don't have money in part to do that. Like, so that's why I got to start pushing content.
Don't need money. All you need is a cord. All you need is a cable cord. That's all you need to put it on TV. You buy this white cable cord
Okay.
and you click it to your other cable cord, and then bam, you're right on TV. It's not that hard.
Really? It's like a
It's
Bigo.
just a little cord. You just stick it to your TV, and that's it.
Food at 1 in the morning? I'm gonna go to sleep now. Yeah, you got your food earlier. Baked food? Where's baked food at this time of the morning? Baked food where? Make food? Maybe I'll think about it. I'm sorry, that's my daughter. But yeah, if that's legit. So you're trying to tell me this cable, I can plug it to my TV. I can go live on TV.
Yeah, that's all you need. All you gotta do is just go to like Walmart or go to one of your local stores, and all you have to sit there and say is, I have an Apple phone, and all I want is the cable to the TV, hook up to the TV. They already know what you're talking about. So they will show you, like, all you gotta do is just go to to your local, like Walmart, or go to Apple Store and
I can show you one of the cables right now.
Put the cable on your TV.
Okay.
That's it, and they would know what you're talking about. It's not that hard.
But so when I play on TV, but what's it's like a channel, like, you know?
Like, no. Okay, you see that box right there?
Okay, the
That
mobile.
one in my job right here.
That's what it is.
Okay, mobile stick. Okay.
That's what it is. And all you do is just hook it up to your TV. There you, bam. That's all
I
you
don't know
do.
if you can block this that way, but you can. No, I know you can like phones with TV, smart TVs, but I'm talking about like, you know, like Sereno says, like, you know, a Maury type of situation, like people actually watch this, you know, not just stream it onto the TV itself, like like a channel. Like, guess what?
Yes,
Every day, Monday to Friday at 3 p.m.
People can watch it on
You know,
yes, people can watch it.
People can watch it.
TV, yeah.
But
they can watch it on your TV. All you gotta do is just hook it up to your TV, turn it on, and then go live, and everybody will see it.
On that channel, whatever channel it's on.
Yeah. All you gotta do is just hook it to your TV. Everybody will see it.
I have to,
All you gotta do is turn it around to your TV. That's it. Turn your phone around to your TV, and they will watch it. They will watch what you're doing, and they watch what you say. I did it plenty of times, but I don't do that no more though.
Well, send me a link, please. I can double scope it out, see what's up. Cause that'd be cool.
Are you for?
No, interesting for sure. If that's legit, because then, if that's legit, why let's say it's Channel 4, I go on my platform, guess what? Monday at 7 p.m., Channel 4 and TV, boom, there I am. It's so funny that comment came up, I saw the cord.
That's all you got.
Well, no, yeah, like, let me know what the deal is. Like, if that's legit.
You know, tell people to come to your live. Bam, there you go. You have a bunch of people.
Yeah, because this is what I do. I've been doing this for 3 years. On Bigo, I've only been here for like 4 months.
And you can download it onto your TV. You can download it and everything. It'd be right there on the TV.
If that is legit, okay, people who can stream a lot. You know, exactly. That's why I'm like, respectful, a little skeptical. I'm like, because if that's legit, then anyone can film illegal or legal, you know? Like, yo, I'm here selling kilos, guys. Log on Channel 10 at 5 p.m. We're doing bids. You know? That's...
Hey, that'd be a smart way to go.
No, you'll get busted really fast. You'll get busted really fast. My name's Sarah Noah. I'm from North Carolina. Here's my address. Yeah, I'm pushing keys.
I'm trying to tell you to have a whole platform.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You be like Scott Rocket.
Yeah. Not to North Carolina, right? Seriously. Oh, shit. Well, about to get up in a minute, guys. I love you guys a lot, but I've been on for a minute. So, I was up talking about with y'all. I'll be on tomorrow. But tomorrow for sure, I'll upload on my, finally my YouTube, Spotify, and then, YouTube, Spotify, and yeah, just YouTube and Spotify, and then do some TTs, stitches. So yeah, I'll do a lot tomorrow. A lot of homework and then clean my home. So no, it is Cyrus. It's definitely an interesting thought.
You know, that'd be pretty cool though.
Hey, if that's legit, like yo, I'm definitely down. Cause if that's legit, then I can tell all my followers on platforms, yo, this day, this time, I'll be live. So you wanna jump talking Bible, etc. Cause this is.
You go live, you know. Like I said, put up your TV, put up one of your phones.
Yeah.
And you know, let them look at the TV screen.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, there you go. You be on that TV screen, talking to them.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that. Once again, in my head, I'm Joe Rogan says it. Physically, I'm not there yet. Because I don't push content. I gotta start pushing content. That's why my teacher's like, yo. I'm sorry.
Get more viewers. You get more viewers that way.
That'd be cool. This is an idea for my next president. There you go, Starfire. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I just love talking about it. I might get stalking, so I just tell stories. So I'm just trying to pass a message on to the universe. So that's what tomorrow I want to do. Something. Want me to TTs? I make it out of a pod, do a lot of editing and promote, and then.
But you can do one of your TTs like that, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can do that with one of your TTs. You can do that. You know?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested. That's legit.
Just be on TV, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just be on TV with it.
That's
and be like, hey, just come to my content, you know? All you gotta say is, you know, just come to my content.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And then you can tape it that way. You know? You can just videotape it that way. You know?
Yeah.
And then you can always go back and look at what you did and be like, hey, you know, I did that, you know?
Definitely. No, I'm definitely interested. So, but I love you guys. I'm about to get out. I've been on here for like, 6-7 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, yeah. Every time I go live, respectfully, it turns like an hour or two. It turns out to be like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. I think the longest I ever done is like 9 hours on here. Not on this platform, but on TT.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because people jump on, we talking vibe, and like every time you say you're gonna get off, like I know, but respectfully, someone jumps on, asks me because of my tattoos and life, and let's do this, let's have fun with it, you know? So I wake up right away, the downfall, I'm like, remember, like I forget that the best one needs to sleep. In my head, I don't need sleep. Physically, the best one needs sleep. So I gotta try to get some more sleep. So, yeah. That's why.
Body meets mind. Mind meets body.
I know lots of time. Right. Yeah. I'll have a kickstart for the
Hey, Lauren, you're a sweet. You're a sweetheart. It's nice to hear you encourage him the way I want to see him be encouraged. But we all need to be encouraged because we all got gifts. You got a gift of a giving heart. I can tell you're giving.
I love helping people out.
And it's just like your crew and the Red Dragon crew all y'all are givers, lovers of people.
Timmy is
you know,
all we do is give. Thank God for people like y'all.
Yes, sir.
Start a nonprofit, the Red Dragon nonprofit. You know.
Oh yeah.
Blessing the community.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'll come to you live. Come to you live, Nick.
Yep. Peace and love until push before. Yeah.
Hey man, thank you, Rito.
Love you guys. Everyone's on here, man. I respect you guys. You know, Bigo Squad, love you guys. Likee Squad, love you guys. Twitch side, love you guys. TT side. Take care, guys. Be blessed. I'll be on tomorrow. Stay blessed, guys. Take care. Ciao.